Brown people, especially Punjabis, man, we have egos. It's like the thing at the Gurdwara where like you do the milni and everyone's trying to pick each other up.
I hate
I'm
that.
sizing you up, you know?
So I don't know what I'm going to do at my own wedding. When I look at what our parents wore when they got married, all grooms, they wore suits, right? They didn't wear extravagant outfits or anything like that. But now here, if I wear a suit to the Gurdwara, I'm suddenly less Punjabi to the average person who's born here, right?
At that point, the wedding itself, the ritual was important. Now it's about,
Everything but.
yeah, right? Like
50% divorce rate too, by the way. Let me throw that in there.
What?
But I was like 12 and 13 posting my artwork on that.
Oh, wow.
I should probably delete that. It's like a lot.
Who would ever make this into an art piece? Jessie Sohpaul. Like, it's big. It's like massive. It's in your face. It's a real Parle-G cookie.
They did like post it on their official account.
What?
But you know when you make something like that, man, like Punjabi people are haters in general.
Yeah.
And like you're gonna get people that are like, what?
Yeah, man.
This is not, this is what's fucking for Diwali. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like,
I
how do
mean,
you deal with that?
You don't think I was worried when they posted that? I was like, I gotta
No,
read these
but it went
comments,
so
man.
hard,
And
bro.
like Canucks haters are the worst.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, Punjabi haters.
I think art is being less appreciated than ever right now because you just go on ChatGPT and say, hey, make me this, give me a logo. You know those art shows people go to and it's like a splatter of paint on a wall and they're like, how much for that?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it's like, okay.
Sold for 26 mil.
No, Napoleon was like a short dude, right? But like literally, he would want the paintings like above people, so they had to look up to him. People are looking down to him in real life because he's short.
Everything now is boring. Right now, if the Golden Gate Bridge was made, it's probably be dark gray.
Technically, in my mind, what I believe in, if God is within us and the Creator is within us, it doesn't have to be in a Gurdwara.
Dude, the bride and groom never look happy to me. Like they always look like they're stressed and not enjoying.
Oh, because they have like
special
so
day.
much shit going on.
Yeah, and
They have to
there's
deal
also a
with it.
good chance that the bride is mad at the husband.
Bride's
because he's
little,
like,
yeah,
because-
okay, that's another thing. When you're making it rain on a girl, bro, it looks kind of weird. I don't care how you know her. If you saw that, what was your
I've
first?
been to strip clubs. I've seen that, and I'm just.
I'm saying at a hall party, at a
Parallel.
reception. Like,
Oh.
like an uncle goes up and the girls are performing, whatever, and he goes like this.
Welcome back to another episode of Limelight. Today we've got Jessie Sohpaul, someone who's been around with us since day one. Without this guy, I wouldn't know this guy. And without this guy, maybe this podcast wouldn't exist. Probably not, but I wanted to make you feel good. How you feel though?
I'm feeling good. Glad to be finally part of this.
Yeah, man, we're finally worthy of your time.
Yeah. No, I told you. I was like, man, do 1 year of the podcast and then I'll join. It's been what, 2 years now?
Yeah,
It's been over 2 years.
Yeah.
There you go. Now
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Episode
nice,
what?
dude.
What episode is it gonna be?
46.
46. All right.
Nice.
As long as yours doesn't get delayed because you're like, oh, let's cut this, cut that.
Oh yeah. Let's
I
shoot
don't
it
know how
again.
picky you're gonna be.
Dude, we ain't cutting shit today, yo.
So Jesse, man, you're how would you describe yourself for people that don't know you?
I'm an artist. I'm a designer. Sometimes I call myself a creative director. Anything visual, creative, I've dabbled with it, you know. But I just like making things, and I've done that a lot for the last like 10, 15 years.
So what inspires you?
I told you, don't ask me that question.
No, we have to get an answer. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, like I've told you, people have asked me that, and it's always a different answer, and it's not even like I don't know if it's like true, you know. In that moment, it can be, but I don't know. I feel like anything comes out my way. It could be a movie. It's like Kyle's like,
yeah.
Kyle's like, that's a terrible answer.
That's
very
like,
inspiring.
That's a different
Yeah.
one. He didn't even mean that, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for those of you listening, he said that's the one question that's off limits that we're not supposed to ask him. So
This is
had to
why-
make it.
We thought we rub
had
up
to-
the band-aid, right?
We just wanted to
yeah.
get that out of the way. But no, so you like we've talked a little bit on previous episodes about how like I've wanted to be creative, but I've always kind of like stayed in the closet for creativity.
yeah.
Okay. So I don't generally like have confidence in my art, and my art being pole dancing, belly dancing.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I just wanted to see our both.
I know you, but I don't know you that well, so I could be
I
true.
thought we weren't speaking
Let me
about
just click
those shows.
the button on the side of my couch and pull starts going down.
You already got the lighting.
No, so like I used to make music. I used to make like videos, that kind of stuff, and I never ever wanted to like tell anyone about it. I guess I was super like even though I actually grew up, even though like my grandpa was quite creative, I guess, and my dad in their own way, and my like dad's family, but still it was a little bit like I guess a lokiki kange type of vibe too. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, like if your art's not good, what are you doing? Like, and the tough thing about art is it's only good when people start giving it some attention and it's got some credibility. Art is subjective, right? So what you might think is super good it might actually be amazing, but because like some few people that you showed that don't understand art go, well, this sucks, I don't like it, you might never release it, and then it becomes, you know, known as bad. So I was always scared of that kind of stuff. This podcast is a big step in the right direction for me. Meeting you, I'd say like 3-4 years ago now, whatever it was. Meeting Kyle, I've said it so many times. That's how we got to this point. Is like, okay, other people have, you know, do creative stuff. What about yourself? Did you ever feel like were your parents artistic? Is your whole family very artistic before you kind of came into this world, or what?
I mean, I feel like my dad, he likes to like chef up. He's good at cooking, and that's like a form of creativity, right? I feel like that probably, I don't know if that cooking part rubbed off on me, but like, you know, him being creative, both of them were like open to me trying new things. I think they were just happy that I was into something that's like, you know, not like doing some stupid shit, you know? So making art, that was like something they were proud of and they promoted.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like really into comic books growing up. And so like when I was, you know, in elementary school, high school, I was always buy comic books and I'd always try to mimic the artwork in them. And that's how I got into drawing actually, was comic books. So like, you know, Batman, Superman, just copying drawings and covers.
Were you tracing or?
No, not even tracing. I would just like try to mimic it, you know, like it wouldn't be good, but like I like doing it. And I think that's like the important thing, right? As long as you like doing it, you're just going to keep doing it and you eventually will get better. I have like this really bad, but at that time I thought it was amazing, this drawing of the Hulk. And I like had it on my wall. I'm like, yo, this is fucking good. Like this is so good. It was in grade 8 maybe, or maybe even in grade 7. And like looking back at it, it wasn't the best, but like that was the turning point where I'm like, oh, I can like be really good at this if I keep just doing it. And after that, I just didn't stop, you know. Obviously moved away from comic books. At one point I did want to be a comic book artist, but kind of, you know, dabbled with other things that were more interesting.
What was your favorite comic?
Fucker. I had a lot. I collected a lot of comic books, man. I had like Fantastic Four. I had.
That's your favorite?
No, I like all. I read all these comic books too.
Yeah,
up.
Fantastic
Does
Four.
Captain Underpants count as a comic?
No.
Sure, a
I don't
graphic
think so.
novel.
That's a
It's a graphic
graphic.
novel.
All right.
That's barely. I'm talking about like DC,
It's like
Marvel.
4 pages, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
What, a comic?
No, Captain Underpants.
No, Captain Underpants
4
are
pages. You like
books.
fucking rip it
No,
out. No,
they're-
the whole thing's a comic, bro. Like these books are.
Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't
yeah.
get into that, man. People would love that when I was growing
Yeah,
up.
That's
was
what I didn't really get into
That was
comics,
the only book
but
I
I
read.
liked Captain
Yeah,
Underpants.
it was
Straight
like
up.
I don't know, maybe
Straight.
because it felt like it was a book. Like I liked the 32-page comic book.
Yeah.
It was all color. I don't know if Captain Underpants was colored. I don't know if it was.
I don't think
No, I
so.
don't think so.
Yeah, so like everything that I bought was like I don't even read them sometimes, man. I would just like look at the panels and like try figuring out what was happening.
So sick.
And so
Yeah,
Do you still read them right now, or like have you like kept?
He
up
won't
with
admit
them?
it. He's not gonna admit
I
I would.
really rarely, but I do maybe like here and there.
I would say if you really want to like a new one that's really like popping off, Absolute series for DC.
Oh really?
Like,
I
I
didn't know
haven't read
Harmon
it.
was into
I've-
comic books. Damn.
I've like listened to. I mostly listen to like the comics, opposed to like reading them now. But
What's fun in that, man? How do you listen
I
to a
know,
comic book?
no, but like it's like they read each panel like from like start to finish kind of thing. It's like an audible, I guess you can say,
But then how do you see what's happening?
because you can actually watch a YouTube video on it too. Like it'll show you the panels.
Oh.
And, you know, yeah, so you can kind of like.
it. Bro, you just
with the-
disrespected the art of the artist.
Bro,
No, I mean that's just kind of
No,
this.
you see the panels.
okay.
You see the thing, right?
It's like that
okay.
descriptive videos.
I'm
Like
dead
they
ass
read the
too
panel.
lazy to go and grab it, but it's good, bro. It's really
Okay.
good, and it's like next level, like fucked up. Batman series, the Batman Absolute's really good.
Okay, cool.
But I'm really into
Sick.
comics.
I'm
I
gonna
like
look into
them.
that.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
I can
ever
do
watch Batman Beyond?
Yeah,
Remember that? That was amazing.
Great.
I feel like nothing ever topped that. That was like Batman in the future. I don't know. It was just vibes. That was
a
also
movie, right?
something. No, it's a TV
Cartoon.
show.
TV show.
Like a cartoon.
yeah.
Yeah, and I collected that. I even collected Powerpuff Girls, man, the comic book.
Powerpuff Girls.
Simpsons,
The show's
man.
fire though. This guy doesn't
Dude.
watch anything.
What do you
dude.
mean a
I didn't
comic
like.
books?
I didn't like.
So
comic
these
books
TV
either.
shows
but you
would
were
also
watching
be
it.
comic books.
Yeah.
Because, you know, with a TV show, you can only do like certain episodes, but you can get a bunch of writers to create other episodes in comic book format.
So sick. I didn't
And
know
so, like,
that.
if you like the show, you could just buy a comic book and have like something that's never going to be on TV.
How did you find out about that? Like just Google and shit, like or just
Comic books?
no, like that Powerpuff Girls was like releasing comic books or Simpsons was.
Oh, I
releasing
mean,
comic
like,
books. I've
I
never
mean-
heard of that in my life once.
I mean, I was like 9 or 10. Like, there was a comic book shop near my
Oh,
house.
so you just went in
and I would
there.
go there all the time. This is like when I was collecting Pokemon cards too. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, this is like the peak
Ever
era.
lived the same life as this guy?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I didn't even know you're from South Bend, man. We probably did.
Fuck.
I
Both
mean,
of
I
y'all
thought,
from South Bend?
Where do you think he was from? Surrey?
I mean,
Everyone think-
unfortunately,
everyone thinks
I
I'm
always
Missouri.
assume
But yo-
like,
It's
But yo,
fine.
straight up, South Van is the closest into Surrey, right?
Pretty much.
Well, I mean,
Like,
no,
I feel
not
like-
really.
I feel like they're
But like
cousins.
the most amount of brown people are there. I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, I'm from
There's a
not.
decent amount of brown people where you are too, bro.
Yeah, I mean that area was like Punjabi for a
Yeah,
long
you guys
time.
are practically all from Surrey. I'm the only one that can actually be like,
Dude, Windermere,
I
man.
wasn't in Surrey.
I went to Windermere, and like when my cousins went, my older cousins, it was like all Punjabi. Like that was peak. I
That's
looked at their
crazy.
yearbooks, man. But like then when I went, there was like maybe like 15, 20 brown guys in
Oh
my
no
grade.
way.
So
They moved to South Van.
yeah, they moved to Surrey probably. I don't know.
So
favorite
anyways,
Pokemon. I don't care. I have to ask this. Just favorite Pokemon.
Dude,
Just
I
like
mean,
the cards.
How can you hate on like Charizard? I just remember like looking at that.
Fair enough.
I remember.
did you have one?
No, I mean it was $100.
Yeah, you
I
owned
remember,
one, bro. It was in the back.
That's like $500,000 now, isn't it? It's crazy.
Oh yeah, the really expensive one. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
expensive.
I
But it's
remember.
grading. It's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I knew the whole poker rap. I don't remember that anymore, but
What's
Dude.
poker rap?
Poker rap.
remember like they would the
Like
the
the
Pokemon
intro
song. Yeah, yeah. It was
Oh, the
like-
intro song. Yeah. Like
Isn't
I
that what
wanna
it was
be
called?
The very best.
What about Yu-Gi-Oh?
No one ever was.
Nah, I mean at
Yeah.
that point I was like, Yu-Gi-Oh's too much, man. I don't want to dabble with another universe.
I tried. I remember.
I
So
tried with
I love
Yu-Gi-Oh.
no, no, no,
I
no.
wasn't
So
good
I
at
wasn't
it, but
into
I had
any of
the
this
cards,
stuff.
though.
I didn't watch TV shows, and I remember they hyped up Yu-Gi-Oh first episode. I must have been in
It
elementary
was
school.
a good show, bro.
No. They were like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is gonna be the new crazy show," and they hyped it up for like weeks. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to be one of the cool kids
Yeah.
this time. And then I sat there. I like waited for the day for the episode to come out. I sat there, and I was like, man, what the fuck is this, bro? I'm sticking to Zach Files. Remember Zach Files?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I used to watch like those kind of shows.
I haven't heard that
Fuck
word.
Zach
I haven't heard that name
This
in
guy's on another
ages.
What the
level.
fuck is that?
Zach
Files?
Files. I haven't heard
Is
that
it before?
in ages.
This must be before my time. Like,
No,
must.
it was.
That was around I remember that. I mean, like
I don't know
Files?
what the fuck you're talking about.
What
man.
is
I was
Zach
watching
Files?
Yu-Gi-Oh. I was loving
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
thank you.
a lot of people
Exodia,
did
you know,
love
let's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
get
I
it.
wasn't into Yu-Gi-Oh, but I get it. I get
Blue-eyed
why.
white dragon.
I was into
Yes.
Beyblade though.
Thank
I
like
was
that.
into
Oh,
Beyblade.
Dark
I was
Magician.
into playing the Beyblade and watched.
Bro, they brought them back. Now they're
Yeah,
even
yeah.
more
Yeah,
next
yeah, I
level.
heard-
They're
I
like
heard.
they have like crazy mechanics and like aerodynamics.
Bro,
too.
like I was doing some like crazy shit with my Beyblade. I remember I had a pencil sharpener. I took the blade off, super glued it to my
Beyblade?
Beyblade.
this kid's committing war
And then-
crimes. with
And
this
like I'm
fucking
like
Beyblade.
spinning it, and I'm like, oh, this is dangerous. Like, how do I stop this thing? And like, I stopped after that, like customizing my own Beyblades.
No, I used to
But
buy
Hasbro's
Beyblades.
gonna send this
An
guy
artist
fucking
being an
cease and
artist.
desist
Yeah,
now.
man.
Created,
Your parents are like, "Oh, he's doing art. Good job."
I wanted to beat the kids, at school. We take our Beyblades. We were allowed to bring toys, some schools
Yeah.
can't, but like someone would always bring the fucking Beyblade dome or whatever.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And I just did it in
Fernies.
like the
Okay.
Ponde, bro. At you go to my mom's kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
partially because I'm not really into all this Yu-Gi-Oh shit. Secondly, because I want to talk about art with you.
I mean, that is art.
so-
though.
That
It's
is
not-
art,
That's
bro.
art, dude. It's
Whatever,
art, dude.
whatever.
The
That's like
Pokemon
literally-
card has art
Okay,
on
okay,
it.
This
bro.
guy called it shit, dude.
That's
No,
influence,
no, this
bro.
kid's never watched
bro.
it.
Come
This
on,
kid
bro.
never
It's
watched
not-
anything
Sorry, we were
besides.
watching the Zach Files,
No,
man.
he's just watching Tesla
I'm
fucking
so-
review videos all day
No,
long.
this guy said
This
the
is
shit.
this is why Kyle was invited to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh,
So we had someone that could
That one
appreciate art.
hurt,
So,
dude.
so anyways, talking about art, your art.
Yeah.
So you said you started like you were drawing, you were doing this kind of stuff. Your parents were proud of you. Did you always think it was going to be something that you were going to actually do as a living? Like, is that something that you always dreamt of? Did you have
Yeah.
in your thoughts and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, like even in high school, I was
And everyone knew at school that you were like an artist type of guy.
yeah, like at that point, like I was taking it in like high school, like in grade 8 all the way to 12. But it didn't seem like practical at the time. I was like, I couldn't picture myself. I didn't know anyone that was doing art full time, and I didn't know what that looked like. So if you can't, see it, you can't really like imagine it, I guess. But I do like I was good with graphic design, right? So I kind of got into that space. That seemed more practical, and explaining that to like parents, like, oh, I'm gonna do graphic design, like I'm gonna study that, and then that's gonna have a job. That's more practical, right? Like for brown parents to see, like EA is like right by my house. I'd be like, I can work there. And my dad's like, oh, that's cool. Like they seem like a cool company. So like the job was there and they could picture it. So they were cool with it. But art, even for myself, I was like, that doesn't seem like a realistic thing. Just because like I didn't know enough people, at that time there wasn't really like social media, but we still made art, even though I studied design, like I still was, drawing and painting on the side. There was like so much overlap. They're like these parallel tracks, right? So that's kind of how I, look at it.
So you mentioned EA. Were you like, did you grow up playing like a lot of video games and like get into like that kind of design and like kind of being like, oh, that is
Yeah.
something I would do in the future?
Yeah, I mean, like I played a lot of video games, but I didn't really understand like how I would make something for it because like video games is a very specific type, like 3D. I was kind of into it, but I didn't want to do that. I was more into like creating posters and just like layout design and things like that. Like I still really like creating that kind of stuff, but I didn't picture myself working at, especially when I got into university. I was like, oh, there's so many things I could do with a design degree outside of just video games or even graphic design. Like I ended up studying UX design, which is like very not very different, but different from graphic design.
So another part of my upbringing that was a little different is, as we just talked about, I grew up not surrounded by Punjabi people.
Yeah.
And that made me even more, a little bit more like trying to not be brown to try and
Yeah.
fit in, right? Right now, you're known probably most of your most admirable work is Punjabi culture, India culture related, right?
Yeah.
And influenced. Was that always the case?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, when I was creating art, you can even check my DeviantArt. That was like the OG like art platform. It's still like one of the websites where artists post their artwork. But I was like 12 and 13 posting my artwork on that.
Oh, wow.
And like I was like looking back at it, I'm like, oh, there's like a lot of like Indian influence, Punjabi influence here.
Wow, cool.
And so like it started off young, and I think that's probably because like I was around my grandparents a lot. They lived with us, and they would always like tell stories of, you know, their upbringing and like how life was like back home, and that was inspiring, right? So
Wow.
for me to channel that inspiring, I was inspired, I guess, you know, channeling that inspiration was
We'll take
through the
this
artwork.
answer. We'll cut it to the earlier part.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, but yeah, but
No,
it was,
so-
but that was inspiring. For
That
sure.
was inspiring, right? To hear. For me, I had to like sort of communicate it in a way, and then that was through the artwork. And so I post that on DeviantArt. I should probably delete that. It's like a lot of like bad art. I mean, you know, it's like it is what it is. But I was like, there's so many random things I had on that website.
with your username, like your name.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm gonna check it out.
Check it out.
I think you shouldn't delete anything unless it's like some fucking like, you know, some,
Right.
like, racial
Disrespectful
or
shit.
disrespectful
Yeah.
shit. No, you don't try to say like,
is
if
like
you're
some
not-
crazy
if you're not
shit.
murdering anyone on there,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
leave it
yeah.
on. Like 50
Because it
years
shows
from
it the
now,
growth,
like,
right? It
your
shows
Yeah.
like
biggest
Yeah, it's your
fans-
legacy.
Yeah.
Your biggest fans would love to just like
Yeah.
100%.
go on
Where
like
it
a
started
5-hour timeline, you know?
Totally.
If it's because you've gotten to a point where they will a lot of people respect like the
Yeah.
bad work as like, damn, like
Yeah.
the work was put in, you know?
I think it's good. That's true. I mean, that's probably why I'm sharing it right now. I'm probably not going to delete it, but looking back at it, you see the progression of how things developed. But also, like, even for myself, just like looking at the work and seeing what I was into then and how I'm still into some of those things, you know, it's cool to see. And yeah, like seeing that process, I feel like somebody will enjoy in the future.
Dude.
Your grandpa's still alive. He's like,
He's
Pretty-
turning 101 in April,
Damn.
and he's going to India.
How did
in,
he do it? How did he do
wild.
it? To give us save
So,
the world right
Lauren,
now.
we need the
I've
hacks.
I've
Biohack.
I've asked him like, and it's you can just kind of observe.
Haldi.
He's Haldi is not even. It's not. It's like he's one of the guys that doesn't stress a lot. He doesn't stress a lot at all. He reads a lot. He reads like newspapers. I think every day for a few hours. That's why his like memory's intact. Like he can like recall stuff from pre-partition. You know.
Damn. Holy.
Yeah. Like he was talking about, because like, you know, I was like curious. I'm like, oh, did you ever like see or meet like Nehru? Like he was like the first prime minister, president? I don't know. Anyways, he was like, yeah, like I remember seeing him when he worked in Delhi. Like he worked in Delhi as well. So reading helps a lot with just like cognitive things. And then he doesn't ever like fully like eat, like, you know, when you're like eating, you like full up 100%. He'll like eat like the same amount every day. Doesn't matter how hungry he is. And he'll like stop at like 5, 6 p.m. So I'm assuming he's doing some sort of intermittent fasting without even knowing it,
Yeah.
you know? And
So
like,
fucked.
yeah, dude.
I ain't doing that.
That's where the
Not
word
do all
aura
that,
came
bro.
from, right
the
there.
stress already
Yeah,
up
bro.
quick, right? He said stress. I'm like, all right.
No, but
Yeah.
you know
Not
what?
making it.
Stress is, I would say, huge for making you.
100%.
And so is
age
reading.
and
And
things.
so is reading on the other end of the spectrum. I believe that. Like some
Yeah.
Reading's great.
extra brain energy, brain food.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
like
And he had a good social circle too. Like
Bro,
maybe not as
bum.
social circle is like one of the biggest things, right? For cognitive like
Yeah.
ability. I feel like you went to you live in South Bend, you know, Sunset.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go to Sunset all the time, hang
Yeah.
out with like his,
Homies.
you know, homies. And like, yeah, he hasn't gone in probably like 10, 15 years, but like they always would be like, yo, where's Mr. Sohpaul? You know, like I think he went recently and like, I mean, they're probably like, oh, this guy's still alive, but like, you know, kicked it with him.
So you were saying that you did, you know, UX design, which is like
Yeah.
so crazy because every day we're engaging with iPhones, the new iOS updates. We go on an app or we play a video game.
Yeah.
You know, there's like UX specialists that know what colors and the way when you press a button, what happens. It's quite fascinating stuff. So that's the kind of stuff you were doing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably never even thought twice about
No,
when you
I
click
know
a
about
button.
UX and UI.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, but a lot of people don't.
It's something
a
you
lot
don't
of people
think
don't
about.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I agree. You
No,
don't
and the
think
only
about it on a
reason
daily,
I've
for
started
sure.
appreciating it is because the work I do now is, we build like tools for people.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you're like, oh, like, wow, which way should this button be? Should it be
Yeah.
on the right? Should it be on the left? Like, so much thought goes into it, right? So you were doing a lot of that. That's very different from designing like this beautiful art piece that's gonna go and somewhere in Surrey or at like some sort of art convention and things like that. When did this shift start? Like when I first met you, I think that's when you first really started committing to doing your own thing. Is that right?
Yeah,
at the same time.
I think when we met, that's when I was like, I feel like a year or two in doing art full time. But there was so much overlap with art and design. Like you're right, UX design is like it's still super interesting to me, right? Like good design, it goes unnoticed. I feel like you're
That's
talking-
good. That's what good design
That's
is.
what
Yeah,
good
yeah.
design is, right?
You don't notice it.
I always like that aspect. There's like the functional aspect. How do you create something that people enjoy using, whether that was an app or whatever?
But
you
then
know?
how did like you decided one day, hey, I'm just gonna focus on making Punjabi art? Like that
Yeah.
must have been.
I mean, I don't even like that label, Punjabi art. Like I make art, and it just happens to like be in that one direction for now.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of my influence. It is who I am. But I don't know if there was like a clear day where I was like, I'm switching, right? Like to me, it's like really similar. Design is functional. Art is expressive in a way. It's asking questions, And if you look at like the collabs that I've done, it's a little bit of both. Like if you look at the Canucks logo, right? It's expressive, but it's also like solving for a problem, not a problem. It's like we need something that represents the Canucks and Diwali so we can have something for our audience that's South Asian, right? That's the challenge, right? So it's a design challenge, but also an art thing.
But when you make something like that, man, like Punjabi people are haters in general,
Yeah.
and like you're gonna get people that are like, what?
Yeah, man.
This is not. This is what's fucking for Diwali. That's so disrespectful. Like, does that ever like? How do you deal with that?
That's like my UX brain. Like, who's the user? It's Punjabi people, and I know Punjabi people really well. You don't think I was worried when they posted that? I was like, I gotta read these
but it went
comments,
so
man.
hard, bro. It went so hard.
It
It's
did,
such
but
a
like,
nice logo.
I didn't know that at that time. But
Yeah,
I was
of
still
course,
I
yeah.
love the design, but when it was posted, I'm like, man, I don't know how it's gonna be received, right? And like Canucks haters are the worst.
Oh yeah.
On top of that, Punjabi haters,
Canucks- we know, right? Everyone knows in this room.
That's what I'm
Canucks
saying.
haters are the worst. I'm probably one of the biggest,
yeah,
Yeah.
So you got Canucks haters, you got
Jake
Punjabi.
Pedersen, man. We got Jake Pedersen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So like you're reading the comments and it's like, okay, it's majority pretty positive. So like that's when you're validated by like what you created, you understood it well, the space.
yeah.
Did they just reach out to you, or like how did that work? Like, did you do like work with them before, like, or?
I was lucky where few community members introed me to the Canucks, so it worked out well.
So yeah, you started making. You said Punjabi art, kind of like you don't like calling it that, and just because like in general it's art and it's got
Yeah, I mean,
inspiration from.
You're just telling your story, right? Like I'm telling my story.
Mhm.
I happen to be Punjabi. I'm gonna grab influence from my history, right? Like my family. And so
Okay.
right now I'm in that box, I would say, right? So it's kind of hard to break out of that box.
Mhm.
But when you're in that box, you get more opportunities too, in a way, like the Canucks thing, the Vaisakhi thing with the Whitecaps. That was a collab that came out because I had that type of work. But it's really easy to get boxed in as well,
I was also gonna ask with the Canucks one. I'm sure you went through probably every logo, and like, was there any other design that was close to winning? That was obviously you decided on the final one, but there was any other logo that you were like, okay, this is
Revisions.
close? Yeah.
Oh, there was a lot. Like, and I shared it with the Canucks, and like technically they could use it without even like asking me, which is it's kind of annoying. But there was a lot of good concepts in there, and that's kind of how I work. I create a lot of drawings and concepts, so like they can draw from a lot of those.
Man,
But
I wish I had that skill. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like it
know.
sounds like
Because I'm just like,
stressful.
how would you start? Like, that's what for me
Yeah.
it trips me out. But are like, where do you start?
I mean, you just gotta like,
What inspires you?
man, if,
I think you just start, like how you ask that question. I'm like, I know what you're trying to say and I know what you're trying to ask, and there's so much like quote unquote deepness to that question. But I'm telling you, bro, like, how do you start? The answer is you just start.
yeah,
And I'm telling you, there's a chance that this guy had mood boards, and there's also a chance that this guy just started, and the next thing you know, his hand made that design. It's like, oh shit, like I'm gonna actually use that.
Yeah.
It just
You just gotta, yeah, exactly that. You can't just like wait. You gotta just start. You start with like an empty piece of paper and you just start drawing. And nothing's gonna be good with the first few drawings. But that's how it is. You get used to that process. You also look at mood boards. You look at what sort of vibe are you into. At that time, I was the only one I looked at was the Lunar New Year, the rabbit jersey. I was like, that was easily the best one with the skate logo.
That was a really good
that
one,
was
yeah.
unreal. And so I was like, I gotta like aim for that level, you know. But yeah, you know, started drawing, and then nobody did the skate logo at that time, so I wanted to make that challenge for myself.
You got to choose that it was a skate.
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I thought they told you to do the skate.
They kind of left it open for me. But I
That's
was
sick.
Well, there's a lot of logos, Canucks especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like
That's
50
so-
logos.
Yeah.
yeah, but the skate logo.
You
just-
should have done the Johnny Canuck one with like a pug instead. Someone's gotta do that.
oh, yeah. I
Yo,
mean,
someone's got with a
I drew that.
Yo, that would go insane.
I have
Do you actually have a rendering of that?
I have a drawing of that. I mean, that was like
No
that was like
way.
an
Obvious
idea.
choice.
I was like, okay, I got Johnny Canuck, and
people
I mean,
would have
he
been
looks
pissed.
brown,
Some
honestly.
people would have been
Yo,
pissed.
he's
Zoom
got a
in on
two
Johnny
gun. He's
Canuck.
got,
You would
he's
have
got
got
a
canceled for
beanie.
that one.
No, but zoom in on Johnny Canuck's face, it looks like a brown guy.
You know,
Yeah,
you know what his name would be?
Well, why would
Nuts.
you get canceled? There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
No,
but
no.
I know you wouldn't get canceled. I'm just saying people are haters.
Yeah.
That one,
No,
and
like the
the
reason-
Giants old school logo looks like a guy with
yeah,
a
yeah,
fucking goatee, and he has a beard with his
But
fucking stick in his hand.
here's the reason I didn't show them that, because I'm like, okay, well, if you have like a Singh, then you're excluding Hindus out and other religions, because Diwali is part of like for everyone.
Wow.
Yeah,
serious.
man. Come on.
That's smart.
Thanks, bro.
See,
Yeah.
I thought of Kyle. That's why we brought him on, man. Come on.
So we brought him on.
Yeah, dude. If it was the Johnny Canuck one, we would have called him John Jeet Singh, dude.
John G.
Okay, you know,
John G. Canuck.
after like we first, started talking, and that's what around the same time as that logo was coming out and all this kind of stuff. I was like super like, okay, damn. Because when I first met you, you didn't really describe yourself as an artist. I was
Yeah.
like, what do you do? You're like, oh, I do this, that, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. We should connect.
Yeah,
I still was
yeah.
interested in it. And then
We connected because we realized we were both Leos.
oh, well, that too.
And
Sure.
we realized our birthdays were one day apart. Like,
What
oh my
the
God.
fuck?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
it was at my
damn. It
buddy's
was meant to
wedding.
be.
Yeah, it was kind of, I don't even know how that happened. But
Love at first sight.
yeah.
So anyway, so
Yeah, you guys already
after-
talking horoscopes.
after that, so I was always into marketing, right? And marketing involves a lot of like, capturing people's attention and making people feel an emotion. But I never really thought about the little pieces that went into, logos and things like that, right? As I started my own company, as I started learning about like what different logos were made from and like how certain logos have become so iconic over the years. After speaking with you, after seeing that Canucks logo, I started paying attention a little bit more and more. Paisleys, is that what they're called? Those little things that
Yeah,
were
yeah.
in the Canucks logo that you made?
Yeah, the
little-
paisley. Yeah,
is that what they're called?
you call them umbi in Punjabi.
Yeah. And so it was super fascinating. Right now, I happen to be in a visual communications class.
Yeah.
And we watched a whole thing about indigenous art. And they
Yeah.
have specific shapes too in indigenous art, right? That
Yeah.
make up like very, like they showed me like the 5 or 6 common shapes.
Yeah.
And you can obviously mold them a little bit. And I'm like, oh my God, that's every piece of indigenous art
Yeah.
I've ever seen. I just wanted to say like, yeah, it's just so fascinating how you can take something that like separately is pretty boring and bring it
Yeah.
together. And like, I don't know, it's super, I never really paid attention to that kind of stuff until I started talking to you. And now I think I appreciate art more than I ever have in my life. I still don't, I'm not the type of guy, like, I don't know, not to offend you or anyone listening, but like, those art shows people go to and it's like a splatter of paint on a
Yeah,
wall and they're like, how much for
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's like, yo, that's what, 25, 26,
Yeah, yeah.
26K.
Sold for 26 mil.
Yeah, 26
That's like
mil.
a shoe.
And you're like, okay, like,
Oh,
I don't
God.
really, I don't understand.
neither.
I don't understand that, and I'll ask you about that in a second. But I do really, really like. I love like seeing when someone has taken the time to care. And you look around my house,
Yeah.
even though it's a little bit unfinished, every little thing is with design in mind and the art. Even this thing that we added here. Finally, we added a piece of art here.
Yeah.
We have another corner that people can't see behind the camera. It's super nice, but there's no artwork up there yet. And like, I got to figure that out. And that's what Kyle's like, why aren't we recording there? I
Yeah.
do care about that kind of stuff. And I care about it more than I ever have. But yeah, do you go to these types of art shows that,
Do I go to art shows?
Like
Of
art
course I do.
galleries?
no, those art
Yeah,
shows
yeah,
where
yeah.
it's
But,
like, where,
like when
okay,
they
Well,
do
I
like,
mean,
it's
like-
like, like remember the thing that was cleaning up with its own oil and then
Oh
eventually
yeah, I
started
mean
getting
like
slower,
like
that type
those
of
to me,
stuff.
I like that kind of work because it makes you think, right? Like if anything, that
That's
art
crazy.
is supposed to make
But
you
I think
think.
it's a bad
No,
example.
I'm
That's
not saying you're crazy.
No,
I'm
but I think
saying
it's a
that's
bad example.
maybe I
That's
should
a
be an
really good
artist.
art piece.
No, I mean it's all conceptual, right? Like the whole thing is to like start a conversation.
What oil thing are you talking about?
It's like a machine that essentially it was
It's
cleaning
scooping
up
up
its oil
blood.
that would leak, and then as time passes by, it gets slower and slower, and the oil goes farther and farther. It's essentially
Yeah,
it's a like a metaphor for age, essentially. That the older you get,
yeah.
And it goes on a canvas?
It's
no,
like
no,
in a
no,
locked
it's
box.
like it's in its own arena.
It's like
or
a robot.
something.
It's like a robot arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about like when it's like a blank canvas and somebody's
Yeah.
like, this is the most beautiful thing ever. Can you explain that to me?
I mean, I can't explain that particularly, but like
He's not the
It's
artist.
a tax write
No,
off.
but can you like? Is it just some people like that the artist so much that they like the product?
the thing is, some of these art pieces, like if you can look this up, like a Rothko, like he'll just kind of create paintings of like a painted square and maybe like two squares on top of each other, but it's much more complex than that. He could be the first artist to kind of do that, or if you see it in person, it's much different than it is on your like 3-inch screen. You know, that makes a huge difference too sometimes. I will say.
100%. Seeing it in person is
Yeah,
different.
like you can see the textures, you can capture it, and there's like a story behind it. You know, like who the artist is, what was like going on at that time in their life or at that time in general. You know, like if an artist is like creating a piece during a war, or it's like their last piece, and you know, there's like all these other elements that you don't see within the canvas. There's other things happening. I took this course once in university, and it was an art course, but she would teach us like World War history through the artwork, like what was happening at that time while this painting was being painted and why that matters. And there's always a connection, right? Yeah, like a really good example in that, she was talking about like the Napoleon era and how, you know, Napoleon was like a short dude, right? That's
He was always painted big in his photos.
yeah, like he would always
I
make
didn't know.
he would always get paintings of him in like really grand settings.
Yeah, being the man.
But like literally he would want the paintings like above people, so they had to look up to him because people are looking down to him in real life because he's short. So that's like, you know, these are things that like are happening in the work, and then you don't learn about it unless you take a art history class. It's super interesting, you know. There's always these like elements and things you probably don't pick up just by looking at it.
Oh, dude, yeah, the visual communication class I'm in right now, it's insane. Like, it's only been like 2-3 weeks, or I don't know, 4 weeks, and it's so fascinating. Like, even she was showing us the prof, like, these are not, this is still art, but like when you watch a TV show, when they're filming a scene and they're like, it's a really intense scene, they'll have like 3 different angles that they can shoot that specific scene from. So she showed us like option 1, option 2, option 3, and she's like, hey guys, based on no context, just seeing 2 people, one on like doing this on a laptop, the other one like looking at a magazine, when you can see their faces, when you couldn't see their faces, and it's like, which one appeals the most to you, and why, and what makes you, what motion do you feel? And it's like, wow. And now when I watch like a show or I would see something, I'm like, oh wow, the way the sunlight's peering in, and it's the hair is shining, and you know what I mean, like little things.
Welcome to liking movies.
No, I
this is
still
what I've
don't-
been telling you for
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fucking
This
long.
guy's
man.
paying attention
This is
nowadays.
what
It's
happens
no,
when
but
you
it's not
watch
paying
a
attention to the movie,
or
it's paying
TV
attention to the
show.
art of it.
It's like
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Every
dude.
frame, bro. Every frame.
Every
in a
frame
movie is the
matters.
same
It gets you
thing,
hooked
yeah.
in, you know, like those
Exactly.
subliminal angles and why
Yeah,
they're doing it.
yeah,
And if
yeah.
it's done really well,
Yeah.
the flow is, you know, it's
Like a
easy to
good
catch on visually, you're
cinematographer,
hooked.
bro, you're hooked on every fucking frame of
Yeah.
that film.
No, for sure.
you're
for
thinking
sure.
about all these elements. You have to, right? Like
Yeah.
every element's gonna make you feel a certain way. You know, like if you there's some visual communication. I actually should show you these books, but like if you have like sharp edges or like pointy things in like a frame, it makes you a little uncomfortable. Whereas like soft corners or soft blobs are more comforting. And like you use that in like a composition, you know, like that could be a composition, and that could be the foundation, and that could be something how someone maybe feels when they look at the work.
So speaking of like somebody making their last art piece, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody making one art piece. So I know someone whose dad is a painter,
Yeah.
and makes incredible paintings, right? We'll never give them to anyone. We'll never sell them. You know, it's like these are his work, and it
Yeah.
will never be given to anyone. And then there's people that are willing to sell their work, and there's only one original piece.
Mhm.
Right? There's only one built by the person that makes it and things like that. That obviously increases the value, the desire, the
Yeah.
appreciation for it, would you say?
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
I think like for that, like it's as any artist, you get an attachment with what you create, and it's like hard to let
Do
go.
you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I'll create something if it's a commission. I don't want to give it. I don't want to sell it. I have a lot of work that I wouldn't sell, but if it's a commission, you kind of go into it knowing that you're gonna, hand it off to the client. But it's tough, like you get an attachment with it because you're literally staring at it for so long. You're creating, you've put so much of yourself into it. So I understand why artists wouldn't want to, give that away or sell it. And that doesn't make it any less art. It's still artwork,
I don't think it depreciates in value though. I don't think just because like it's available on the market versus like if you hold on to it, they like the guy who's holding on to it, he could be like, I'm gonna sell this for only $10 million or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm only gonna give it up once for $10 million, and then the person who sells art, one person can come to an art gallery, like Jessie could write, this is fucking $5 million, and if that person buys it for $5 million,
Yeah.
the value of it is at $5 million.
Yeah.
now, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I heard like early on was like, if you don't want to sell a work, like how much would it take for you to take it off your hands? Like how much are you willing to take, find it like money wise? And I was like, oh, that's an interesting way to look at it,
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's that factor. But like, that's the thing with like art and commerce. Like it's like water and oil. It's hard to mix, it's really hard. That's why artists and creatives struggle with that aspect to it. But you just gotta like, get used to it. Sometimes it's even hard to talk about numbers, I feel like, for some artists.
Do you feel art is underappreciated in today's society by the majority of the public?
I mean, I feel like if you ask people, they would say yes, but I feel like sometimes you're not even aware that you're looking at art, Like, if you walk into a building, like if it's well designed, like that's a design's creative. I think people would appreciate that. And if you said it was art, maybe they would maybe not agree with that. But I think people, depends who you ask, right? Within like the Punjabi scene, like, desis and stuff, I feel like it's getting more and more appreciated. Like people are
think so?
appreciating it more and more. Yeah. I mean, I feel like our parents came here, art wasn't on like the radar. That wasn't like what we needed to survive. It was like survival mode, right? We didn't have a lot of artwork on our walls, I'm sure a lot of brown people didn't have any artwork on their walls because that wasn't something you needed to like get by.
I feel like the reason I ask is I feel like there's so many people that are like, like why would I pay an artist to do this? Like
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Like, or I don't need an artist or whatever.
That's why, like, I feel like the part of the internet I'm on, I've seen this a lot,
Yeah.
where it's like everything now is boring.
Yeah.
Like corporations, building designs, vehicle colors, it's all gray. It's
Yeah.
all like this dark gray, this little dark gray shade. And like back in the early 2000s, early 2010s, everything was like vibrant. In the 90s, very vibrant, very explosive colors. Now it's like changed so much that everything kind of just blends in, it feels.
Yeah.
And what would you kind of say? What are your thoughts, I guess, on that?
Yeah, that's actually like a design thing, right? Like everything is becoming so like boring, right? Like if you look at a lamppost from like the 1800s versus a lamppost now, like it was way more ornate back then, right?
Yeah.
It was cool to look at. It was fun. It was more decorative. Now it's more functional. That's definitely like a product of capitalism. How can you make something at cheaper prices and just have more of it and not worry about it? I read this like recently. It was like, why do skyscrapers look the same in every city?
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of capitalism, right? It's like, this is what it's like in Tokyo. This is what it's going to look like here. It's serving a function. It's not there to look beautiful. But like you look at cathedrals and the other buildings in Europe, they have a very distinct look to them. I feel like art was more valued at that time, maybe. I mean, I feel like we need to go through another renaissance. What does like a skyscraper or new building look like? I mean, it's happening, but maybe like not to like the mainstream. Like people aren't aware of it. There's architecture that's like unique to Japan, unique to India, unique to maybe like particular cities in North America. But yeah, I think that is annoying. Like benches all look so boring. It's not fun.
Yeah, everything just seems very like bland and boring and
Yeah,
basic.
yeah.
Like right now, if the Golden Gate Bridge was made, it'd probably be dark gray.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the fucking.
I mean, that's true, man. Like,
Look at the new Patello, not the new Patello Bridge, but the new bridge.
Yeah,
The new bridge
Yeah.
that got built by the Patello Bridge. It just looks like the Port Mann Bridge.
it's the same thing.
yeah,
Same design.
it's like copy and paste, right? Because it's
Yeah.
cheaper. It's like, okay, we already have the
Yeah.
blueprints for this. Why don't
But-
we just repurpose it? Maybe, right?
Yeah.
But you also have the other side of the argument. That's tax dollars. Do
Yeah.
people want more money on a functional thing? There is that. And the other thing is people are arguing about, oh, well, you know, there's a whole argument about, oh, like I think Trump just recently went and said, oh, if we, you know, mess up home prices, we're going to ruin generations of people that own their property, right? And then there's people that are saying, well, you know, houses should never be for an investment. It should be for a place to live, right? And I think those people would say, go screw with your art, make a place that doesn't fall over when earthquake happens, so I have shelter,
But
right?
this is the
So I
thing,
feel like
back in
that, I'm
the
just
day,
saying
well,
that's the
like,
other
yeah,
side of it.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
disagree. I don't agree.
But that
with
side doesn't
this.
make any sense because that shit happened before and no one complained.
What happened?
Yeah.
No,
before?
like everything was very artsy, very out there before, and nothing changed. They just wanted to save more money, and this is why they started going down the boring route. The companies want to save more
Yeah.
money.
It's part of the culture.
That's
you
why
know?
they start going for the concrete look. Every McDonald's looks the exact same. Like
Yeah.
every like
The new
every place looks
McDonald's,
the
the new,
exact same.
the new McDonald's, I feel like is a step so in the wrong direction. It's so weird.
Wendy's
they-
used to
they-
look
Yeah, they
cool.
went. They all did the renovations right after COVID.
Yeah.
They all had all this extra money,
Yeah.
which is why they did it.
Like name me one restaurant that genuinely looks good. Like any.
But like they do that
None.
because if they close
that's
down,
not
like it's
corporate.
easier for another restaurant to come in without changing anything.
Yeah,
That's
like
what's
like
all-
have you seen the Pizza Hut? There's a whole subreddit
Oh, I
on
missed the old
former
Pizza Hut,
Pizza Huts
bro.
with the
Yeah.
with the little hut.
I need the roof. I need
Yeah,
the
like they would
red
never
roof.
make that anymore. That's also gone.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
gone.
shame,
And
man.
they got
The
rid
days
of
of
them.
those are gone.
They got rid of them.
No, because
There was
now
like
one
peak
left.
90s.
no, but if you go anywhere where there's a Pizza Hut, it's just at
Yeah.
the bottom of a condo with like a little box.
The
again.
only
That's all they are
places
now.
where
Yeah,
those things have survived are small towns where corporations have not taken over. Like if you go to some areas in BC, I think you will find old buildings, old style lampposts, kind of like you said.
Yeah.
You'll find it there. It's just corporations have taken over major cities, which is leading to cheaping out on art. Essentially, they're not
Yeah.
making it look cool. They're just making it look functional.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
kind of how you.
We all, it's easy. I guess it's when you're having the conversation in this context, it's very easy to say, yeah, you know, I want art. But I think when there's people don't even have jobs right now, it's tough.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even stop at just like buildings.
Unless people
look
get,
at vehicles, bro. Every car looks the
I think
exact
Teslas are
same.
pretty
No,
nice.
every car looks
Tesla's
exact same.
reinvented. Tesla's
And there's
reinvented it.
three colors you can get: black, white, and gray. That's the
It's
three
true.
colors you'll get that are basic. If you want a different color, it's a 10K paint job. It's ridiculous. Look at jerseys
Yeah.
now. Every jersey doesn't even look crazy. Every out there jersey they have, it's a limited edition jersey. They won't keep it. So
Yeah, I feel like people
Yeah.
are a little bit more conservative on
Yeah.
the designs, especially
That
with like
sucks though. That sucks.
yeah, it does.
boring.
But I feel like everything like there's a pendulum, right? Like in the 90s it was super like in your face,
Yeah.
maximalist. Now it's minimal, right? But like, you know, maybe the next sort of wave is going to be more in line with 90s. It kind of already is with like Gen Z embracing like 90s fashion more.
yeah.
Surrey needed a nicer bridge though, man. Like Surrey's a fucking
Yeah.
ugly city, dude. Like you can you can keep that in there, bro. I love Surrey more than anyone. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But you know, once you move around in the Lower Mainland, whether you live in a place like the Tri-Cities over here, or you
Yeah.
go to like you work in Vancouver and stuff, there's just different things to look at. Surrey all looks the same.
It looks the same.
It
yeah,
looks the
it's
same
very
forever.
flat and
It
everything's a
looks the same
plaza.
That's what I would say
plaza,
is
plaza.
Toronto too, bro. That's when I go to
Yeah.
Toronto,
Yeah,
it's
but
all the same shit
Surrey
everywhere
would
too.
benefit right now if when they're starting to build like even more high rises.
Yeah.
Bro, they should step up their design game for the high rises and
Yeah.
make that like.
But the thing
Beautiful
is, they
to
It
look
would
can't
be
go
cool if
too
Surrey had
far.
an iconic building. Like if it just had like a
Yeah, dude.
I don't even think Vancouver really has an iconic building
Nah,
right
they-
now.
No,
We
but they're
do.
making some new
I
those,
guess
those
Harbor
interesting.
Center or Shangri-La.
got,
would
like,
be
No,
our
they're
most-
making
station.
one right by the bridge there.
Okay,
that one
so-
that bends
building,
around, right?
I know which one you're talking about. So Vancouver House has a lot of fucking. So the issue with being too out there with building design is
It's not functional.
it's not functional.
What happened? What's the issue with it?
Plumbing issues.
Yeah, yeah,
always.
yeah,
They
yeah.
always
I
have
heard
water
about
leaks.
that.
That's the problem. So it's a great looking building to look at, not living on.
Also, earthquake
I mean, it's
proofing is
pricey
probably a
too.
risk too. Earthquake
I saw
proofing.
some layouts of that. Like I was like, I would never live here. It's so weird.
It's a really odd layout. But even earthquake proofing, like from what I've heard, is just a plank that they put
But this
in.
is,
There's
but this
nothing
is,
special.
but this is what, like, if you want an extravagant building, the artist and then the architect and then the plumber and the electrician are gonna most likely disagree too.
Oh, yeah,
which
definitely.
means there's
More
gonna
hours,
be more
more
hours.
invoicing.
It's not
More
just
money,
the cost.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it ends
Yeah.
up being like, I don't know. I as much as I would like to say that I hope that the pendulum goes the other way, I think art is being less appreciated than ever right now, especially because you just go on ChatGPT and say, hey, make me this,
Yeah.
design me this.
Yeah.
Hey, give me a logo, get me this, get me that, get me this. And I, like when I talk to people, they like, I know you're involved with a lot of artistic people, so obviously they also know you're an artist. So I think that most people aren't gonna
Yeah.
just shit on art in front of you.
Yeah.
But like in the average everyday place, what I'm saying is it's not good. But some people just be like, again, like, oh well, that's stupid. Like that's a waste of time. Why would I spend
Yeah.
money on this, right? And I think that's where a lot of people are in this day and age right now. But I hope, what I would like to think is, since AI is literally robotic and it's all gonna be boring and the same type of shit. Like if you do get ChatGPT to make you a logo, it's like, yeah, you kind of tell the ChatGPT
can
made
tell,
it,
yeah.
right? And maybe because of that, and maybe because robots start doing a lot of boring work, my hope is that creativity goes through the roof in the
Yeah.
coming years. Do you see that? Do you see that happening, or do you think it's going to be different reasons as
With
to why?
AI.
Well, why do you think people are going to become more creative?
I
Like,
never,
you know,
well, I mean, I never said that. I think.
well, like
are-
more people are going to appreciate more creativity, right?
Oh yeah, like I think
Why?
there'll
Like
be more
how?
value on like human made things. I think.
Yeah, that's what
at
I'm saying,
first,
yeah.
you know, I was like, AI might be a bad thing. I mean, it is. I think for creativity, like it's dumbing down a lot of people.
100%.
But like, you know, there was always like shitty designs. There's more shittier designs now. Like if somebody like has a business and they have a ChatGPT logo, and I ask them about their logo, like, oh, who made it? Oh, ChatGPT. Well, I have like less. I don't really care about your business as much. If this is what you put into your business, you know? If you have like, if you put into like the thought and care into like a small detail like that, that tells me more
I
about
agree.
your business.
I agree
you
with
know?
that.
And so I think that, and it tells a story, right? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, if I saw, if you told me like that was, you know, generated by AI, I'd
Which
be
I
like,
wouldn't be surprised first off.
yeah,
not.
I'd be, yeah.
It's not.
I'd be like, man, like there's no story there. There's no like
Yeah.
substance, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's super important. And I feel like humans are always going to value that.
And you know what? Like humans are always gonna feel that too. Like if you're cognitive of like, oh, there's something that could have been going on in that painting, or like you respect the fact that like an artist might have done that instead of just being like, oh, anyone could have done that. But let's just say now you accept the fact that painters actually put purpose in their work. If you recognize that and you walk by a painting, I'm not saying it's gonna always happen, but universally speaking, if you're like a spiritual guy and if you believe in the power of mushrooms, you're
Yeah.
gonna feel or understand what they were doing. And like, I think we might forget about shit like that. Like that magic, you know, the more and more we just like put AI art and like regular art on the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recognizing the human component, even though it might even look the same, it's like you got to recognize the human component and put it above AI, even if it looks the same.
Yeah.
just-
And then it comes down to, again, like the journey of it. Like what was the process of even creating it, right? Like there's like so many iterations or like I was inspired by this. I looked at this sort of drawing. I talked to this person. This happened to me in my life.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
ChatGPT can't recreate that, right? Like if somebody said I had like this traumatic experience in my childhood, that's why I created this. That's deep, right? ChatGPT can't do something like that.
It can't, man. And like, man, art's done so much for us. There's a reason why people look at the Eiffel fucking Tower, look at the Mona Lisa, look at the way the architect was being done in Greece and stuff. It's like those places could be run fucking down, but based on how much beauty and effort went into that shit, it's like forever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you talk about like it being just like a forever tourist trap, you know,
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
because of the art.
Yeah,
And
man. Have you
the-
ever had like another good example is this? If you had two drinks, one has like raw cane sugar and one has synthetic sugar, you had the option of drinking one or the other. Which one would you pick?
This guy's a synthetic guy.
No.
And he already knows where this is going.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna go
Synthetic
synthetic.
thing. Synthetic
No,
thing.
obviously, but then why is it that everything you buy has the shitty stuff in it?
Because it's cheaper. It's cheaper. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
What
saying.
was the argument I made before, bro? Corporations just want to save money,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean,
It's-
he's kind of
it's-
proving
yeah.
Hermole's point.
No, I'm not.
There's
I'm-
always gonna be that,
Yeah.
right? If there's 10 businesses and 9 businesses have a ChatGPT logo, fine. The other one's gonna stand out more because they obviously care about something
and,
that.
and I agree. We have someone very special that has made our logo.
Yeah,
And we have someone very special
that?
that's made my business logo. It's been done by people.
Yeah,
and you know
yeah.
what? Some people will think, what the fuck? You spent this much money on getting a logo made? I agree with you. You know I agree
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, yeah.
It's just that there are a lot of people that will be like, yeah, I'm just going to do it this way. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
Even as not an artist, I guess actually we are artists by doing this podcast stuff and doing this kind of stuff. And even like, you know, everything can be a little bit of an art if you want it to be
Yeah.
and you care about it, right? But yeah, you
it's
talk to
it's just like I think we gotta have this conversation because like people gotta. It's okay if shit looks the same, but if you just like put it on the same level and don't recognize like the power of art, and you're just like, oh, why would you do that? Why would you do that? The person that's talking to you, like,
Yeah.
oh, like my side business, I just made my logo on ChatGPT. Like, why the fuck would you do that? My logo's so much nicer than you. Like, okay, that's cool, but like, if you just demise the artist and then like complain when your job is being taken over by robots, it's the same shit. Because like you devalued, like, you know, just it's, even if they do it at the same level or whatever, like the magic of like the exchange, you know, it's not all about money, bro. It's about the connection. It's about the work. It's about like, yo, I want it done like this. You know what I'm saying? The cooperation. I don't know. Like, I think we're walking a fine line right now, and we shouldn't give the robots so much credit. Like, cool, you can make something, but let's not say it's special. But cool, great. But let's just not even say it's even close to being on par. That's just like me. Like,
I mean, the hope is, like you said, human created things value, like things created by humans should increase in value, because there's going to be 90% of AI slop that's going to be in all sorts of art, right?
Yeah, and then it comes down to like, what do you mean value, right? Like, it's gonna be valuable to someone regardless, even if it's not monetary, right? You know?
Like a human made thing.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like if I make a sculpture and I give it to Kyle, that has value now, right? Maybe not like money wise, but like to him, like there's a story there. Yes, he made this for me.
Yes,
right. And if like, you know, if you go get one made by like some 3D printed, like, there's nothing wrong with 3D printed, but like say AI designed it or whatever, it's less significant, you know, it doesn't hold as much value.
yeah. It's the whole value thing is, it's
all subjective.
I wouldn't
too,
put
right?
I wouldn't put it in the hands of the introverts, you know? Like a lot of people on the internet, like internet warriors, they can make sense of a lot of things. Like, why would you pay a logo designer when you can just give them prompts and you can do this? Or why would you go to an art gallery to look at art? Like, you know, like what the fuck are you doing? But yo, you made a good point. Like, people are looking at shit on a 3-inch screen. It's a fucking difference, you know? And sometimes I think that, like, again, we give way too much power to like internet warriors and introverts for speaking for how the world should work. And it's like, yo, like, everyone's different, you know?
It's a loud minority, right?
It's a loud minority. It's like, I'm not saying going to art like I like going to art galleries. I don't buy art, nothing like that, but I like going for it for like, not even, it feels like a cleanse, to be honest. That's the main reason why I like going. Like, if I'm lacking juice or lacking fucking inspo, like just walking around some art and other people's, I view it like that. Like, I'm walking around other people's creativity and they're just kind of fucking fueling me up, you know? And when we going back to the whole building infrastructure and how things are built, you know, if you build a nice bridge, it might cost a lot more money, but more people are going to be proud of being a part of that city.
True.
Based on the fact that it looks nicer. Or now, like, when you chill by this rock and you look at the bridge, it's a cool place. You'll go by the rock. You know what I'm saying?
there's
like shit like that,
piece,
because
right?
you're looking at shit. It's like the Eiffel Tower thing.
Like this bridge is iconic because it's an iconic, or it's like art, bro.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if you make a basic thing, no one's gonna be like, oh, bro, they're known for their fucking Patola Bridge there. Like, no one's gonna say that.
Again,
There's so many other values of art. There's like civic pride. There's like, there's so many like
tourism.
of that.
And that's why I think I'm a little sad that Patello Bridge is gonna get crushed down now, for sure, right? I'm assuming, like, after they open up all the lanes, and it's like, okay, shitty bridge, quote unquote, but at least it looks different, you know? And now I'm looking at now I don't need to go to that area.
Bro.
Now I don't
So
need to.
boring.
There's a place called
crazy.
I think we call it Welfare Beach in Surrey. I used to live by there, right?
That's
It's like that's like the nickname around it, you know? And even there's a place called the Docks in Surrey, you know, all along like the Fraser River. So you can look at Coquitlam, you can look at New West, right? And you can look at the Patello Bridge. And, you know, growing up as a young cat, I don't want to go to Vancouver all the time. Like, that was a cool place to smoke weed, to chill out at. And now it's going to get crushed down. I'm telling you, like, people in Guildford are not going to want to drive to the other side of Surrey to go chill by the Patello Bridge, because they could just chill and look at the Portman Bridge now. No, I'm telling you, it all looks the same.
Alex Fraser, same shit.
Alex Fraser's a little cool because it's an H, and that's like the greatest initial in the history of humankind. But also, it's cool in the sense of like a cable suspension bridge in that time when it was built was pretty cool.
It's not as colorful, I guess. But
Alex Fraser Bridge, there was some design, because I look up at it sometimes when I'm driving, and all the symmetry is very well done, in my opinion.
Okay, fine.
Like,
I don't drive that bridge ever.
And for at the time when it was built, it was considered like pretty like ahead, I would say. So like
yeah, I mean, there's so many engineering constraints with that too. Like, I'm sure like there was a designer, but it's probably more engineering leaning, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, you save money by not having an artist, just copy paste, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think the Vancouver special houses were so common too?
Of course.
It's like there's no need for art
Yeah.
here. I need a place to live, right? But
Yeah.
also, while we're on the topic, just to be clear, I think that some of the most beautiful artwork is Mother Nature as well. And sometimes overbuilding and over saturating with a bunch of shit. You mentioned sitting on a rock. You mentioned sitting there. I think that's beautiful. I think there's art in Mother Nature, and I appreciate that more than I ever have in my life before. And secondly, in Vancouver, it's super easy to have boring buildings because there at least are mountains
Yeah.
and there
Yeah,
are
that's-
rivers.
That's true.
And it's very easy to
Yeah.
just be like, okay, fuck it, just who cares? Make everything
Yeah.
look like shit. And the bridge can look like shit, but at least we got a bridge so you can look down and see some water.
Yeah.
You know, at least there's that type of
And the
shit.
bridges
going
in
on.
Vancouver are nice though. All the bridges that connect to Vancouver.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, one of my favorites,
Lionsgate's really nice.
Lionsgate is really nice, and
Granville.
they'll never expand it
Yeah,
for
yeah.
many reasons
And
why.
they shouldn't.
They won't.
But
But
you're
no,
right though. The nature, even like I'm talking. What's that? Is it might not? It's not Granville Street Bridge. It's the one that goes like from Mount
George?
Pleasant to like goes by Park Royal. What is that bridge called?
Oh, that's
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate.
Not isn't Lionsgate to North Van?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I'm talking about the one that goes from Mount Pleasant, kind of Olympic
Oh,
Village to like Park
Ninth Street.
Ninth Street.
Bridge.
Is it
No,
no?
Ninth Street's Richmond and
That's like
Vancouver.
Richmond, Vancouver. Going into downtown. It's not Granville Street Bridge.
Canby?
It can't be
Oh, no,
Street
no,
Bridge.
Burrard.
Burrard
Is the
Bridge.
one with the little, like, the little
Where they do the
yellow
yoga.
thing
Where they do
that
the
you go
yoga
over.
is Broad, right?
No, I think
What?
no, it's
The
Canby.
yoga,
No,
they
no,
close
it's
it
the
down to
Canby
do
one.
yoga
It's
and
the
shit.
Canby one. The Broad Street Bridge is nice.
Canby just a regular bridge.
I know that's what I'm saying. Remember, I was
Oh,
like,
but
all
like-
the,
like
remember how
seeing
it was,
everything?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Remember how I
yeah.
was like, oh, all the bridges in Vancouver are nice. The Canby Street Bridge is pretty simple.
I
The light
really,
bulbs are nice, but if you go into the middle and look around at the
Yeah,
right time
it
of
looks
night or
sick.
day,
It goes hard.
It's fucking 10 out of 10.
but again, that's because of
The
what you
Mother
see.
Nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was gonna say one of my favorite things. It's obviously because we're from Vancouver, but when you come back home from the airport, you're going to Arthur Lang. All those lights and how perfectly
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
just kind of like guiding. The lights guide you home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They'll play. Like,
But-
you know, you're just
but,
fucking
I mean,
rolling,
I've
bro.
never thought
The
about
lights-
that bridge.
No, I've never thought about
actually gonna pay
Coldplay.
Hey,
attention
man,
next
you
time I
get
go.
it, man. I
I've
like it,
never
dude.
thought of that.
No, I love it. The lights, and it's just so
But-
beautiful. You
but-
live right there. You don't give a shit about that bridge.
Yeah, I
right?
guess I'm immune to it.
Every time I go through
Yeah,
there, I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I'm finally home. And it's like, oh, it's so beautiful in Vancouver.
No. The
right?
first breath of air that you have in Vancouver
Yeah,
after you
the
go
breath of
somewhere.
air, it's like
like
memorable.
crack.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Eh,
even the
yeah.
airport, man, YVR is like so
It's like
iconic.
vaping.
Oh yeah.
Like,
addicting.
It has like that green teal
I
look
can't
to it.
live without it.
Yeah.
There's got that the indigenous art. It has like
yeah, look, you're actually your living room looks like fucking YVR, man.
But like yeah, I will say like YVR, like if you go to other airports, like I'm sure you guys would like a ton, right? You can recognize YVR just off
No,
the carpet.
YVR is one of
Off
the best
carpet,
airports.
bro.
Yeah,
One of the
you
best
know
airports in the
it's
world.
YVR.
One of the
Oh,
most beautiful
easy,
airports.
yeah.
Is that what
like-
they say?
It's actually a thing.
yeah, somebody rates it every time and it says
Yeah.
number one.
Is
I'd
it?
say
Is it
all the
number
other
one? Yeah.
airports are
Yeah, yeah,
confusing.
No,
as shit.
bro. Have you ever seen an airport in your life that's nicer than YVR? I have not.
Damn, I didn't think about
India's
that.
kind of cool with the little
I would say
statues.
no.
man, India ain't-
No, I'll actually say the Hawaii airport was nice
Oh,
because
I've
it was
never
an
been
open
to Hawaii.
concept.
Okay, okay.
That was
okay.
cool.
That's
I
different.
can't even think of an airport that comes close, man.
Bro,
Like,
you go to Toronto, it's like, what's this? You go to New York, it's grungy, bro. I've been to a couple
Yeah,
from here.
yeah.
Okay, no, those airports are gross. They're just like
California ones,
yeah.
they're just normal.
It's open.
beat up.
Yeah.
What's so gross about the New York airport, man?
It looks like you're in the subway station. It's the same shit. It's not that nice.
The
I
Orlando
don't
ones
know.
smell like fucking.
What's the main one, for,
aquarium? It's
for
like an
New York?
aquarium. in
Yeah,
there. I don't know
yeah,
why.
Like the humid
Yeah.
shit and like
Yeah,
the smell of like a
it's
tank.
so bad.
Where?
Like the Orlando one, it was humid as fuck and it smelled like an aquarium.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
gross.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Chlorine.
last airport I was at a Singapore airport, and the Singapore airport, it felt like a casino though. I was like, man, am I just in a casino right now, man?
Were there people like smoking inside or some shit?
I don't. It just had like that.
That's what the Vegas one is.
Shit, I don't know what.
nasty.
Like I don't even remember. I just remember the vibe. It was like a casino vibe. Had that carpet, you know, like something about it. But yeah, no.
I've heard like the Chinese, the China ones are airports
dude,
are really
they're-
fucking nice.
Okay,
I
well,
heard
you,
they're
you-
insane.
You guys, like China, speaking of China, they can freaking build. If they wanted to build the Patolo Bridge, they would have built it in 48 hours.
48
And it
hours
would
of
have been-
crazy LEDs and shit.
And it would have been nuts. You know this, right?
What are you talking
No,
about?
like if they
Yeah.
needed to make a bridge like sometime during COVID or whatever for hospital stuff,
Yeah.
they did it within 48 hours, full. Like they
I mean,
obviously
they got the
the ground
manpower,
up.
man.
I mean,
they
they
got the
kinda have a
manpower,
different-
but it's still there's diminishing returns when you have too many people. You have to make sure that every person does everything exactly.
But they do have a little bit of a different government situation
like,
there too, so maybe
but
that's
It
why.
doesn't matter. It's still intelligence.
Maybe you're
Yeah,
dead
they
if
just
you
want
don't
India,
build
bro,
it.
I don't care if somebody. If India has just as much resources, just as much people just as much
No,
government
but
control.
Bro, if
There's
you're
just-
at gunpoint, you think you're not gonna build a little bit
they're
quicker?
not- they're
You
not-
think you're not gonna
they're
build a
not at
little bit quicker?
gunpoint.
But like, I don't think they're at gunpoint. But I think
No,
I think
know that.
China's
making a
more
joke.
like not as individualistic. They're more
Yeah.
about like it's for everyone, right? Like I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for everybody. So they're more likely to come together
Yes,
and do it.
yes.
You know?
Also, another big
Wow.
up to China. If you search up with a city, Chongqing or whatever, that's a futuristic city, bro.
Yeah,
they got
yeah.
fucking like trams going through buildings, like
I
residential
mean, bro,
buildings. And they have like 7 levels.
They have cameras and microphones
Who
everywhere
gives
you
a
go.
shit
That's the
about
future.
that? We have that
No, I'm
here
saying
too.
that's the future.
It is,
Yeah.
man.
But
That
they
is a
actually
su-
have,
that's
like,
a
I would say China has
sci-fi
some more
movie.
futuristic shit I haven't seen here.
Dude,
Oh,
I want
dude,
my
by a million
children made in
miles.
China. I've said that. No, I'm not even joking. Like some
Dude,
of the stuff.
China's on my list to go to, man.
I
I
wanna
want
live
to
there.
go there.
Let's go.
Honestly, I would love to go.
I would
there.
love to go
I'd
to that,
love to.
man.
Yo, if
like,
yeah.
Speaking of art, by the way, Japan is like I would
that's
say
on the list,
up
man.
there, right?
Yeah,
China's
man.
better than Japan.
Oh, Japan's
No,
Japan's
for
like
art-
more like historic, or I guess you can say like they still
No,
have the
bro,
bridge.
I mean,
Japan
China too.
is
It,
This is
does
really-
absolutely, but like for me, like the fact
No,
that that
Japan
one
is next
thing
level,
was
bro.
in Nagasaki that stayed standing after a fucking nuke hit it, bro. Everything's
Oh,
gone,
really?
but that one thing is standing. There's a photo of it. We'll add it right here. But
What was it? Like a statue of what?
no, it wasn't like a statue. It was like kind of like a arch walkway thing, and like now people regard it like way higher. I mean, it was already regarded very high at that
Yeah.
moment, but it's regarded even higher now. They survived a fucking nuke and everything. There's like a photo of rubble all around it, and that one thing is
When
standing
was this?
still. It's in Nagasaki. In
like
Japan.
when
After the nuke was dropped, like someone took a photo of the destruction. This is genuinely the only thing that's standing in the whole.
That's
like,
wild. It must have
image.
been like all concrete.
I don't know what it's made out of.
Cockroaches can survive nuclear
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah.
It's just true.
why?
I don't
I,
know,
mean, I
bro.
don't know why, man. I just know
Fuckers
that.
don't die.
I just know that's a thing.
Like, yeah, it's actually like a
Warrior.
weird fact.
So I thought like maybe like if you had a bunch
Cockroaches
of
all over
cockroaches
your
all
body?
over your body, would you survive? I don't know, man. Like
No, get in the fridge like Indiana Jones.
That's cool.
So talking about art, talking about appreciating art, I'll tell you one place where Punjabi people love to show off their art. It is in weddings. It is in weddings, and I think it's a little. I think that it's gotten to the point where it's kind of too much now. At that point,
Wow.
We're
So-
gonna get,
so that's
we're
where
gonna have
I'm
a
at.
fucking hitman
That's
after
where
us.
I'm
These
at.
fucking
Yeah,
decor
yeah,
people
yeah.
are gonna be after
and you know
us.
what? To each their own, of course. Hey, if you want to do, it's your wedding. Do whatever you want. I
Yeah.
don't ever. If I go to your wedding or go to your wedding, I won't necessarily
yeah.
judge.
No, you will. You'll be judging the whole time, bro.
No, I don't
Now,
care.
now I know he's judging.
Yeah,
now I
man.
know.
No, but like at the end of the day, like yeah, like
our community loves exuberance. They love maximalism.
only
We're
for
the-
weddings though.
No, I would say everything.
I mean,
No, bro.
Buying cars, buying houses.
No, but they don't care about
buying
the art.
clothes.
They don't care about the art there.
But they're saying, but
I guess it's the same
exuberance,
thing. Yeah, sure,
exuberance,
sure,
like
sure.
wanting to be the best,
Sure.
and be the nicest.
So yeah, what are your thoughts on like how the evolution of art as it relates to weddings?
I mean, I always think like what's more valued within like the Punjabi or South Asian space is always apparel when it comes to art. Like that's textiles and fabrics is something that's probably more rooted in our culture. I mean, maybe like that's
Music.
true. And music, right? That's not to say like visual art isn't like paintings and stuff, but to me, like growing up, that's one thing I noticed. Like, like my mom would be more specific about what color she was picking for her outfits, like what kind of like embroidery was it. Like that's where I saw the art. And now you see it in weddings, like there's so many like forms of it, even like guys, what they're wearing, like the pug or like the
Or
sherwani,
the inside of the suit.
the court, like there's so many elements. And then like the videographers, like what style of photography are they doing, and now like one thing I've seen, which is pretty cool, is like they do live paintings. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
What do they do? They do a live
It's a
painting of
live
the bride and
painting
groom?
of like them in like the,
Yeah, when the
bow.
bride and groom are like getting
Yeah.
married, someone's like painting it live happening. So it's not a photo. It's like a, like the
That's
cap.
I can
cool.
get behind that. That's cool.
That's really
That's
cool, right?
yeah.
I actually never seen
They'll
that.
Have your suit and everything.
Yeah, man. I think that's
Be
What
easy
did they
painting.
what did they
It'd be an
paint you?
easy
But they put you in a like a traditional suit, not the suit that
No,
you're
so
wearing.
I don't know what I'm gonna do at my own wedding at the end of the day, but like, yeah, I feel like
What are your
when I look
thoughts?
at
What
my
do you-
parents, when I look at what our parents were when they got married, the all grooms, they wore suits, right? They didn't
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
extravagant outfits or anything like that when our parents were getting married. And for many years before that, when my grandparents got married, they also the husband in the gurdwara wore a suit, right?
Yeah, man.
And like, when did it change? It changed when we came to Canada, and everyone decided that let's be more Indian. That's the way I see it.
No.
That's the way I see it.
I don't know, man. There's like I feel like it was a little confusing. There was at one point where like
Even in India, still I think they still wear suits a lot of the time. The guys,
yeah.
in India still.
Do you
Oh yeah.
I think that's fine. Like I see nothing wrong with wearing a suit. Like just because it's Western. Like my dad wore a suit, you know, and like
That's what I'm saying.
He had a pug on and a suit.
Your grandpa guaranteed did too. Ask him.
That's
He'll
a
remember.
good question, man. I should ask him.
I think
He'll remember.
mostly everyone.
Oh, he probably did wear a suit.
I
100%.
guarantee
Yeah.
mostly everyone.
Yeah, because he got married pre.
'Cause I think the argument that you made was fair, or like the price, right? At that point, no one wanted to spend that
Yeah.
much. Like, imagine
A
how much
suit's
that
still
shit.
probably not super cheap, and
I would
relatively.
say it's relatively
no,
cheap
but having
compared to that.
no,
But
but
look
having
how
one of those were
bedazzled.
probably the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Same
yeah,
price.
Look
I
how
don't think
bedazzled they are now. Like that's pretty. It's pretty fucking pricey.
yeah, but that's
man.
I don't even know if that they would have wanted that back then.
No, I
fair.
feel like they wouldn't. They would not want that. I feel like at that point, the wedding itself, the ritual was important. Now it's about like the
Everything
event.
but
Yeah, right. Like
50% divorce rate too. By the way, let me throw that in there.
What?
50% divorce rate.
Where'd
too.
you pull that out?
No,
of?
that's just
what
what it
they-
is.
what
Wait,
in
so you have
general.
a 50-50 chance of making
That's
to
what the
end.
divorce
Wait,
rates
in the
are.
Punjabi
Nah,
scene or
dude.
just
No,
in
in
general?
general. I think it's in general.
like
I don't
that.
know.
Oh,
about
okay.
Punjabi.
You did
I'm
a
not
survey.
getting divorced ever, man.
No, but I'm
Not
just
a
saying.
chance.
I'm just saying. Like it's about the ritual and stuff. Now it's about the nothing but about the
about that,
ritual.
about that.
It's
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
celebration and the showing off.
Yeah.
and then you kick it and whatever happens after that,
but
you get divorced. Whatever.
it is
Whoa.
interesting seeing how like the evolution of weddings is happening here versus like what's happening maybe in India.
yeah,
It's like,
bro.
It's like it kind of like split off and it's doing its own thing. You know, there was a point where I don't think it happens anymore, but like Punjabi weddings were having like flower girls and stuff. Remember that? Like there'd be like, you remember that, right? Am I the only one that remembers that?
Oh
There-
no, like the nieces and nephews would walk
Yeah, like,
down too.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. There's some people do that. Some
people still do that. Maybe you don't
still,
call
yeah.
it
It's
flower
very
girl,
rare.
but like it was,
Yeah.
it's a thing, right? It happens.
Yeah.
And like I don't think they ever did that in
No.
like during our parents' time or you know like.
yeah, I mean,
And the other thing was like I don't know if this I don't even know if this is a tradition or not, but like you know when you walk around the Guru Granth Sahib,
Yeah.
the brothers.
the brothers would
they
like,
don't-
Yeah. So it's very optional. I've seen a lot of people like it and not like
But
it.
when
at the
did
same
when did
time.
it come into play? Like, was that a thing? Was that
I
a
think that
tradition?
is a thing. I swear I've seen an old video.
No,
of
but this is
someone
where
doing
things
that.
get weird
But
because it
also-
doesn't even make.
but also
Sometimes if it
even
wasn't happening
some of
before,
the traditions-
someone decided one day to do it.
Some of the
It's so
traditions, some of the
weird.
events, like my mom was telling me about like why they used to do it in India, and I'm like, that shit doesn't fucking work here. Like some of
No,
the
but like
traditions.
sometimes it comes out because of like necessity. Like
Yeah, I
I can
guess.
understand if okay the bride's suit is too heavy, she needs assistance, right? So that's why maybe she needed assistance to like
Okay,
walk around.
okay, but what about the whole after you get married, then you go. First of all, here's my thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to the Gurdwara,
Yeah.
you go decked out like your freaking Khalsa, and then 5 minutes later,
What does that mean?
No, and then 5 minutes. I don't even know what that means. You go decked out like your freaking Amritari.
no, like you're getting
Okay,
married,
and you're
oh,
like a
wait,
warrior.
Wait,
okay,
are you-
okay.
Wait, I'm
listen.
trying. Wait, you're dressing up as something you're not.
You get, yeah, hear me out.
what you're- okay.
Then afterwards, you get on a party bus. You're getting drunk,
in the parking
Okay,
lot
yeah.
too.
and you're bringing booze like just outside the parking lot, like it's on the street. Everybody does it, but I'm just saying. For me, it's like okay, like this is. You know, you're like this is very contrasting behavior, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, in Toronto, they don't even eat langar after the wedding. I'm like, langar is the most important part. You got to eat that and
What do you
and
mean
get
they don't do
blessed.
in Toronto? Why
in Toronto, everyone going on the party bus, they order pizzas on the party bus. Then you take your photos and everything. I have no problem with that. Take the photos, have some fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
you go back to the bride's house, and then you do all these games. Come on, that stuff was not in India.
no, you do the games.
The games
guy's
was always
house.
100%.
No, the games are
oh,
the,
like the
games,
dolly, the dolly.
The dolly.
Okay.
I think
That's-
that was also part of it.
No, there was no games. There were no girls with signs. in
No, I
Punjab,
think
bro.
the
Oh, no, but, like,
okay, no, the
there was
money
a-
aspect.
come
No, the
on.
money
I could be
aspect
wrong.
was
The
there.
The money aspect was there,
but the
they made it
games
their
are
own.
not.
I like that. I think
I
they
like
made
the,
it their
yeah,
own.
games
I
is
don't-
fun.
You're
You
hating
get
on the
fun
wrong
out of
things,
it.
man.
It's fun.
Huh?
I think you're hitting on the wrong things.
This guy's gonna wear a suit. He's gonna have
Yeah,
Tesla
yeah, yeah.
robots fucking walk
Just
him
for the
down.
record.
Robots, weddings gonna
Yeah.
be
Rod
over
wants
10
to wear-
minutes.
Honestly,
Cut it
it's gonna
down.
be in a fucking robotic palace. It's not gonna be in a Gurdwara.
Just read the summary.
No, it's like okay, like it's just like okay. So you're telling me money was a thing, sure,
Yeah,
But-
yeah, yeah.
but like you got married, and now there's like no money, no honey, whatever. Be I think that's just dumb. It's weird
okay,
to me.
well, like
it's just weird to me.
It's a fun thing.
It's a fun thing, man.
Wait, it depends. Some
People have been hurt.
I know,
People
I
have been
agree.
killed
there
over
are
that
extremes,
stuff,
yeah,
bro.
there are
Some people make it
extremes.
personal. The jutti things,
It's
people
too
make that
much,
personal.
bro.
Don't make it personal. Have fun with it. At the end of the day, this person is marrying someone that you know. So chill the
Yeah.
fuck out. Some people
Yeah.
get like they'll like break their leg over getting
Yeah,
a
yeah,
jutti,
yeah.
bro. Like that's not
Getting
even
a
that
shoe,
They get
serious.
pretty aggressive about it, man. Like I've seen like people
it's
get
probably,
injured.
It's probably the alcohol that makes them more aggressive.
It's that too, but it's also
Yeah.
like you want to win. You want to get that dub for the fam.
Really?
your
Is that
side.
serious? It's really that
Some
serious?
people take it that serious,
Oh,
and it's
shit,
like,
I didn't know
it
that.
ain't that serious.
Brown people, especially Punjabis, man, we have egos, you know, like It's like the thing at the Gurdwara where like you do the milni and everyone's trying to pick each other
Yeah,
up.
I hate
I'm
that.
sizing you up, you know?
So this is a thing that a lot of people have said online where they have an issue, buck-up parties, because that was never a fucking thing before. And
I
now
don't
it's
really have
turned
an
into
issue with that.
Oh, I think
I don't have an issue with it either. I think
I
it's cool.
love them, but I'm saying other people have a huge issue with this,
Why?
saying like this isn't a real event. This is made up
So-
just for people to drink.
Bro, half the events are made up now. There were only supposed to be
I
3
know.
things that happened in a
Literally.
wedding.
But here's the thing.
It was
I-
supposed to be 3 things.
Exactly.
You didn't need. They didn't do engagement hall parties, bro.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
do
yeah.
half the shit. I'm not against all that kind of stuff. If you want to do it, like I said, if you like doing it, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. I'll happily
Yeah.
enjoy your party.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
In fact, keep doing it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for me, it's like, okay, the ritual does matter to me.
Yeah, yeah.
History matters to me. We talked earlier in this podcast about, art and like
Yeah.
influence, inspiration, how
Yeah,
what
yeah.
makes, and I do care about, what my grandfathers both, believed
Yeah.
in, what my grandparents believed in, grandmas, what my parents believed in. And when I look at when they got married, when I look at how those weddings were, all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff, it was definitely different.
Yeah.
But it was in India and it was Indian. It was Punjabi. But now here, if I wear a suit to the Gurdwara, I'm suddenly less Punjabi to the average person who's born here, right? And it's like, that's a
Yeah.
weird thing. Like, and it's like, oh, I have to do it. Otherwise,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have to do it. And like, you end up going through all these things.
Okay, Harmol and Kyle had a very distinct reaction when you said you're gonna wear a suit. I thought it was fine. Like, my dad wore a suit. My grandpa probably did.
I'm not saying that maybe I'll find like a share. What are they called?
Sherwani.
Sherwani. Maybe
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
find one that I really like and I might wear one. I have no issue. I'm not saying I'm like anti that and no one should
For
wear
me,
it.
I think
But I
was
like.
taken
I want to pay
aback
homage to
'cause
my parents.
I
I want
genuinely
to.
didn't know.
I want to pay homage to my grandparents the way they
So
got married,
if you
the
were
way
like,
it was.
I'm gonna wear the suit my dad wore, that would be
That's cool.
That's
No,
No,
cool.
but-
bro, like
You're not gonna fit it probably. I mean, you have to kind of alter
Yeah,
that.
but-
I'm
to
just
it.
saying,
who
like, there's a
knows?
story there. That's interesting, right? Like, then no one would have a problem with it. You know?
He's
Yeah,
onto
but-
something. Same color scheme, everything.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
can't
I
find the same
imagine-
suit.
Do you know what color it was?
It was probably just a black suit, the red tie
Sick.
probably.
It was probably gray,
want a
man.
brown
I feel
suit,
like
though.
everyone wore gray.
No,
back
I
then.
think my dad's was. I don't know, man.
Actually, no, my dad's was black.
My dad's was like dark gray, I think.
yeah,
Like navy
yeah.
blue or something.
No,
like
but
that.
it's just like, doing it now in Canada. Like, I live in Canada.
Yeah.
I was born in Canada. Like, okay, I do understand getting married. We just had this podcast with
Yeah.
Raj from, talking psychedelics, also known as, right? And we talked about how, God is within us, right? And if God is within us and the Creator is within us, the temple, getting married in a temple versus getting married, there's a whole other thing about getting married on
Yeah.
destination
Yeah,
wedding, whatever.
destination weddings.
Technically, in my mind, what I believe in terms of what our heritage and history was and what my grandpa did believe in, it was like, hey, it doesn't have to be in a Gurdwara.
Yeah.
I will say, okay, fine. Getting married in a Gurdwara, you know that you are in a place of pure
Mhm.
bliss and, the divine, the home of the divine. It has not been treated poorly, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to some beach, you don't know what kind of things have happened on that
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. Now, that's not to say
And
before
then like
the
right around the corner, there's like a fucking open bar. Like that's another thing too, where people
Yeah.
have complained about.
I mean, I've
But
been to like those
I would
weddings.
love to go to destination wedding.
I just went to
I
Destination
went to
wedding.
I went to a wedding that was a Muslim marrying a Punjabi guy, Punjabi girl, Muslim guy, and they just went no religious at all, right? They just went
Yeah.
like in like a proper like a white wedding.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I mean, yeah,
that's fine. That was cool.
I saw a wedding in Thailand, and like there was like people wearing bikinis and stuff. Like it was a sick wedding. I was like, this is weird. And luckily we got them to move.
Oh, like random people, not people.
Oh, I
at the
thought you
wedding.
meant like there's
No,
people
no, no, no,
attending
no,
it. I was
no,
like,
no,
yo.
no. Oh yeah, I should probably phrase that better.
Yeah.
No, we were all like dressed up proper, but there were like people watching. They're curious, right? I don't blame them. They've probably never seen a sick wedding, but then they move like let's say like 50 or 100 meters. But like, what's the distance that they need to move? And if we're talking about like God being with nature, like you could argue having a wedding on a beach is the most like godlike thing to do, but being with nature, in a way, instead of like something that's man-made.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's like playing devil's advocate.
No, for sure. No, 100%. I
Yeah.
think getting married in a Gurdwara is beautiful.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
I mean,
great.
that's what I would want to do.
I think
like,
it's fine. I think that's no issue with that. If you want to get married outside of it, you don't even want to have a celebration, you can do that.
yeah.
My thing is, when did these things start? Why did we start wearing all these extravagant things? I think it's to do with profits for businesses that sell these things. That's what I see.
I mean, it's like a reflection.
That's what. And then
I
again,
think
why
it's
do you
that,
think?
But it's also like fashion trends as well that everyone follows. Like you'll see like famous people getting married and they relatively
Yeah.
wear like similar styles, and obviously you're not gonna spend like 50K on a lehenga, right? But like you'll spend like 10 and get something similar to it. It's just like trends that like he was mentioning.
No, but
how,
I'm
like,
talking about for guys.
oh, same thing. Like how like we were mentioning before how the 90s used to be like that, and the 2000s are kind of boring.
Yeah.
The 2020s, whatever, might get a little bit better. It's just trends. I think eventually, maybe who knows? Like you'll start the suit revolution
Yeah.
if you do
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Like, you never
But I'm not
know.
saying that you never know what I'm gonna wear.
'Cause
I don't even know.
growing
bro.
up,
Like, that's
I
like
can't
too-
recall if I ever saw like when I was very young. If I recalled seeing someone wearing a sherwani during a wedding, a guy, I can't recall.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think right now.
You saw them wearing suits. You're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
can't-
think so.
I'm pretty sure when I was a
can't
kid.
remember when I was like when I'm a kid, like early 2000s.
I
No,
mean,
but
think
like,
about it
yeah,
like this
like,
way: like a
that's just-
sherwani probably costs a couple grand. I don't know how much it costs, but like a suit doesn't cost nearly as much.
Yeah. Just like we talked about with art, it's subjective. It's what makes you feel good. Some people wear clothes that, that helps with their self-expression. I'm like a very simple, minimalistic guy with my clothing. And I feel like I express myself in different ways.
Yeah,
Maybe through my hairstyles that I've done over
Yeah,
the
yeah,
years,
yeah. Oh,
as you were
God.
commenting on. But like different things, like that's cool. But I think the games thing too. I don't know. Like the games thing, I understand they're fun and everything. It's just like if there has to be money given, or whatever, to the family, like let's give the money. Let's just have fun. Let's not make this a huge thing.
I
If
think
the
it's
girls,
cool.
I think that's up to the girl. If the woman I'm marrying, my partner says, "Hey, this is really fun for me," or my family's like super big on it, or we've never had one of these before, or whatever, I'm down. I'll do it. I'm
Yeah.
not one of those guys. I'm not doing this. But I'm just saying, when you do look at all this, you're like, okay, what is the point? Why do we get married in a Gurdwara? What is the ritual? What is the whole thing? What is being said? All this stuff that I still don't even fully understand at this moment. But I want to know what's happening there. And I think that me wearing some extravagant, clothing doesn't necessarily make. Not only does it make anything better, but it's not truly what my heritage actually.
it's not.
was.
It's not going to affect your spirituality. That's what I'm getting. So
Yeah.
I get it. But like, what's really cool is like I've seen weddings at Gurdwara where they do what char lama, right? They explain what each lama is like on the projectors.
we went to them.
No,
we
they
went
do
to a
that.
couple
And
with
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah. Ross.
And that's like a
Is that
cool.
true?
That's like a
Ross.
cool new like evolution. You wouldn't
Yeah.
see that anywhere
Some
else.
people are against that too.
Like
I'm
a
sure.
like a translation of what's
I
going
like
on.
it. Yeah,
I
and
like
why
it.
you're like each.
I like- yeah.
And they started like teaching the bride
Yeah.
and groom while they're sitting there, like, hey,
I've
this is
seen
what's
that.
happening.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
cool.
and it's cool
Cool.
because like everyone's following along. Each round has its own significance
Yeah.
and meaning. And so I thought
like
that
a
was really
story.
interesting. Right, exactly.
like- yeah,
It's
that's-
more
Don't-
like it's more easy to get into,
Yeah.
especially like, I'm sure if you're not Punjabi Sikh, like you get it even more. You're more
Yeah.
into the ritual.
And it's
Yeah.
cool because even like they explain like the deeper meaning of what this like. It's not a marriage and like what the meaning of this is.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Like you learn that way. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you remember any of it? Like,
It's
I don't-
probably like talking about how important that bond is gonna be, all that stupid shit. Like,
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh, you
yeah.
don't.
This guy's not into it, man. Come on.
No,
You know, okay, you know-
I
you-
will be. I think before I get married, I
need the
want to
Tesla
understand
ball.
everything.
I'll say this, like as the Hindu in the room, like when I saw my homie get married at a temple or whatever, and sorry if that offended anyone. But I loved how he looked, with his wife. I felt like it was like, and for me, again, don't get offended by this, but like, and I don't say this not to boast or like, to
Just say it, bro.
to glaze, that's the word.
Oh,
but
okay,
to
okay.
glaze, but it's like Punjabi people always struck me in India like royalty or something, right? So when I
I
saw
was
my
gonna say
homie and
that.
his wife, I was like, that's some king and queen shit. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's what I thought.
respect
The
that.
whole
I
thing
think
was
that's what the
for.
trend is now.
and
It's
the-
royalty. Be
Yeah.
royal. Which-
Exactly.
I mean, it makes
and I was like,
sense.
this is cool.
Even if
Yeah.
your
It's like your special
mentality
day.
is
Even if
very
you're gonna go
royal,
in like 50K in debt for your wedding.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah,
pretend
whatever,
we're
that's
okay.
the other thing,
50's
right?
a
Like,
low ball.
you don't want to do that, right? Like
Yeah.
50's a
going
low
that much into debt is wild to me,
Yeah.
But that's their money, and let them pay off their debt.
Yeah, you can't judge that.
I mean, I think that some people
But,
don't
like-
even want to
like,
do that.
everyone
They
says
just feel
this,
like
like-
they're gonna be looked at worse.
everyone that
they're-
gets married says this. The wedding's not for me. It's for everyone else.
100%.
Yeah,
How
but you
much
can
are
bring
you
people
enjoying your
together.
own
You
wedding?
can bring people together by not spending all that extra money too.
Well,
Dude, so
absolutely.
what's funny? We did a zine workshop. I'm putting together a zine. It's gonna come out in like April this year. And I asked one of my friends. He's Japanese. He's a videographer, and he shot a lot of Indian weddings. So I told him to write like top 10 things that he's observed as a Japanese guy filming Indian weddings. And like the number one thing was like, he's like, yo, dude, the bride and groom never look happy to me. Like they always look like they're stressed and not enjoying.
Oh,
their,
because
like,
they're having
special
so
day.
much shit going on.
I don't
They have
know.
to deal
That's
with it.
No, I mean, like
Yeah.
obviously they're happy, like in
Yeah.
general, but like there's moments that he's captured where he's like, yo, it just looks like they're
But I
not
feel like
having a
you
good
could say that
time.
about white weddings.
No,
too,
but I
though.
Yeah, I
guess
mean,
like
it's not like-
I
I've
feel like
noticed
the
that.
bride and grooms in general, like their whole
Always.
thing is it has to be perfect
Yeah.
to a T, and if it
Yeah.
doesn't, oh,
Yeah, and
like,
there's
right?
also a good chance that the bride is mad at the husband
Bridezilla, yeah,
because he's hungover or something. 100%.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like, come on, man.
Kyle said it. Kyle said it.
Oh, dude,
He's not wrong though.
100%, bro.
He's not wrong.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Listen to my girlfriend, man. You know, come on, man.
There's bridezillas, there's groomzillas.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's always
There's
like
both
you can't
sides,
have like
yeah.
an Indian wedding without drama or like
Oh,
any sort of
definitely.
like
Some
conflict
relative said something.
happening. There's always something.
I will say
Some
this.
relative has said
Yeah,
something
man.
somewhere
I'll say
at the
this,
back of a chart lineup or
Yeah,
something, or at the bar, some uncle's shit faced. Like it's always something.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah.
think it's cool how you care though, man, because like it's your wedding, you know.
Yeah,
That's cool. Like guys normally don't give a fuck like that. Where it's like to be honest, I can already tell I'm gonna be the guy. Like I could care less. Like I'll show up where I need to show up, and I'll be happy, and you're gonna look.
And I think that's
beautiful.
most guys.
It's gonna be awesome. But it's like my cousin who just got married in Mexico. I was there 2 weeks ago for a wedding, 3 weeks ago, full Hindu wedding, but you know white style in Mexico. It was beautiful. It was great, and that's how they wanted it. And there was even there were some uncles or a uncle who want to sing at the reception, right? Sing some like Hindu gospel or some romantic songs behind the mic, right? Straight like just family shit, right? They're like, we don't want that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool because
Yeah.
maybe some people they want to put effort into like one of the most important days in their life.
Yeah,
It's
and
Yeah.
like you gotta value,
Yeah,
like you gotta
that's
respect.
cool.
Like they're trying to create something picturesque, right? Like I'm a designer, I get it. I want good photography, I want good setup, I want good art direction. And if you're gonna go to Mexico and do something unique, I get it. It's gonna be different. Like, dude, the amount of weddings that probably look the same. I mean, Gurdwara have like their own architecture and style.
Yeah.
They're all gonna look very similar in a way. And I understand why people would want to change that, just for like
True.
looking different or being different,
Yeah. Creating a moment I'll never forget their wedding because everything was very
Right.
beautiful. Even when they did the whole may now kiss the bride shit, right? This is new to me. I don't even barely go to any white weddings. I think I've only been to one. So you may now kiss the bride. I'm like, damn, this is like it's a moment of my life.
Yeah.
And bro, they kissed, and bro, two birds, like the most unique looking birds, were just flying together right behind them. Like it's just divine timing, and it's like you wouldn't get that in a Mundet in Surrey.
Dude, it's so
That's beautiful.
Have you been to a lot of
Yeah.
weddings? You probably
Yeah.
have been to a couple, right?
what?
Like white weddings?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I've
like,
never been to one in
it's
my life.
funny because you go to a white wedding and it's like, is that it?
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that quick?
Yo,
Oh,
30 minutes,
dude, it's
30
no,
minutes?
well, it
Like,
depends. It depends
wow.
on like how religious they want to make it too, just like
Yeah.
ours. But like, yeah, it's one day. You get there at like 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. It starts.
It's one day, but
Depending.
even the ritual itself is like not that long, like 10
No,
minutes.
Is the
dude,
reception the
it's
same
so-
day or
so-
is it like a day after?
No, same. No, dude, the reception's the same place. Obviously, white weddings are very small.
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
same
yeah.
day, not same place.
No, same day, and usually
wow.
same similar place.
all within a day.
Yeah, no, it's all one day. You go in the like at 2 to 4, whatever. Like it's either 2 or 4, like that timing. They'll start like the things. Everyone sits
Yeah.
down, the small gathering, and then there's the pastor.
Yeah,
Is that what they're called?
Priest.
Yeah, I
probably,
mean,
or-
it's interesting. Like I've been part of like a white wedding. Like I wasn't getting married, but like I was a groomsman, and it's interesting that they do rehearsals, right? Like the day before.
Yeah.
And that's a wild concept for brown people because you don't rehearse anything.
Yeah, I think that's where the stress comes
That's
though.
the stress,
That's
right?
where
Like,
the stress
you're
comes
winging
from.
it. Like it's probably
That's
like
true,
the bride and groom's
actually.
first time getting married. They don't know. Like you go counterclockwise, clockwise. I don't know. Like
the
who's holding-
walk.
right? Like
Yeah.
am I walking too fast? Am I
No.
walking too
Oh,
slow?
yeah, the
All these
walking.
things,
Dude.
right? It makes sense for us to do a
But
rehearsal.
when can we do a rehearsal? Our whole thing's a fucking week long
But,
anyways.
like, yeah,
You're taking a whole
exactly.
But
month?
you again, how are
Come
you gonna?
on,
How
nah.
you gonna? Okay,
How you gonna book
not
it at
only-
Gurdwara?
not
No,
only-
but like the rehearsal, the white wedding that I went to where I had the rehearsal, I'm like, this could have been an email, man. You just told me who I got to walk with and where I stand. That's it, right?
No, but
I
they
get
care.
it. It was
They care.
flawless
They do it.
during the
Oh,
day,
yeah.
right?
No, what I was gonna say is, dude, not only that, at the reception, it's like there's like they one table at a time goes to get food.
Oh, okay.
Could
that's-
you imagine
yeah.
an Indian?
No
Dude,
way.
That's
Yeah.
try
No,
telling Indian
even
people.
if they
Oh my
tried,
God.
that's not happening.
Okay,
Dude, I mean, that's
everyone,
not
today,
happening.
this table. No. Get this. Here's how it's gonna go. Why did that table get to go first?
Yeah.
There'll be beef over it.
Yeah, I've known them
You're
for a
gonna
long
beat-
time.
But they do games. Usually they'll be like, hey, they'll do bride and groom. No, they'll do bride and groom. The MC will do bride and groom trivia. So they'll say, hey guys, okay, well, first table to put their hands up or
Oh,
ring
yeah,
the
yeah,
bell
yeah.
will get. You have to be confident in your answer or something, or you're kicked out. Basically, you will
Yeah,
last.
yeah.
So it's like, hey, for the bride, what's his favorite comic book? Let's just say, because he's, you're getting married, let's say. And then it's like, oh, I know it's this. So, what is it? Pop-Up?
Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
So then if you get that, then you get to go first, right? And then they keep playing while people are getting their food. But still, somebody's going to be like, that's dumb. Somebody's going to start being
But this concept works in a small group. Could
Yes.
you receptions are like 1,000 people, 500 people. Could you imagine
No.
having to pick,
Bro,
boy, these
could you
10
imagine
people
trying
want it.
to get guys to eat their food at 6 p.m.?
No, man, it's not working.
No chance.
And like, dude, when people
I
are
think they're
giving
just getting the
speeches,
drink started at that
I eat
point.
all the time.
I even think that
Yeah.
no one shows up on time
Yeah,
is
yeah,
number
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
That's
the
the
thing is,
number one thing.
We're culturally so different, right? Like, dude, when people are giving speeches, a lot of people aren't even listening, man.
Yeah.
They're just
They
like,
have to shut down the
I
bar
hate that
just
shit.
and
I
it still
hate
doesn't make a
that.
difference. You can still hear the bar talking so
dude.
loud.
I think that's. I think the speeches have to get shorter because I've only been to one brown wedding, but I've been to multiple receptions.
yeah.
So like, yeah, they gotta like figure out a way to like make the speeches shorter, but make sure everyone shuts the fuck up.
Okay, how do you feel
Because
about
that's
how do you
Yeah, you know
feel?
what? I
That's
agree with that.
disrespectful, man.
Speeches be too long, man. Nobody.
Yeah, like I've done 2 speeches in my life. I killed them in a minute 30, boom.
Yeah.
out,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
need to stand there and give a story about how we did some crazy shit to
They're
some
not-
random people who are like, oh, when did that happen?
They're
Like, what
not.
the
They're not
fuck?
dead. They're not
They don't
dying.
get it. They don't
They're
get
not
it.
dying
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's always like this post-mortem like speech. Like, yo,
Yeah.
wow, this guy, me and him go way back.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we were 5 years old. And we went down the slides together. It's like, now I'll never go down the slide with you. It's like it's not, I don't know. It's not. It sounds like a death speech. A lot of these ones, but
It's
Some
like
people
they're never
stretch
gonna
it.
see them again.
exactly,
Yeah.
dude. Which is kind of true too. So I get it. I
No,
get it, actually.
well, like
That's probably a tradition.
what were you just saying? You were saying about speeches being quick,
the bar like shutting
the
up.
bar shutting down.
It's too noisy during the speeches.
What, you didn't like my speeches? Is that what it
Yeah.
was? You were at both of them, funny enough.
Would you give a speech at your own wedding?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
I
here's
would.
the thing. That sounds like
would.
that's
I would.
normal.
No, that's respectful. That's
Yeah, I would.
respectful.
I
Yeah,
think
right.
that's the biggest speech that matters, the bride and grooms. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
the others really matter that
No,
much.
but some people don't
Like,
want
they
don't
can
like
tell me
speeches, and I don't blame them
personally.
for
I
not
don't
doing
blame
it.
them.
I
I
like
mean,
You're
that.
not gonna do one.
But like that's the
I
thing.
mean, I would do one. Why not?
That's what I'm gonna say about speeches.
I would wing it.
This is the
wouldn't
weirdest
prepare it.
part. So the shit that some of these siblings or people say, I don't even think they've said it to the fucking person directly, and they're saying it in front of
I
thousands
love
of
you
people.
so much.
Yeah,
and
and it's
whatever.
like, I'm like, dude,
That's 100%
have they
true.
fucking said
You're
this
always
shit
there
ever?
for me. You're the best sister
Even
I've
though
ever
like
had.
10 minutes before they're probably like fuck youing each other in the washroom or something
Yeah,
over
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But like that's the thing.
I just did a wedding speech too, and I honestly, my cousin Nav, like I never actually told him any of those things I said. I kept mine really short too, like less, like 90 seconds, right? Like it was like on a page this long,
Mm-hmm.
and this the whole thing, right? But yeah, you're right. I never said any of those words to Nav in person before.
Bucket up party. I think that's a cool evolution that we've created
I
here.
agree.
More bro
Like,
time.
I'm just like, oh, this is unique.
But do you like the jersey aspect of it? Like wear a
That's,
different
I mean,
jersey?
it could be different.
I
but,
didn't
like,
even know that's a thing. I pulled up wearing a suit one time.
That's one part. I'm like, yo, spice it up. Like, I like the
Yeah.
theme, and like, yo, think of something else, maybe. You
like
know?
instead of jerseys.
Yeah, instead of jerseys, I don't know. Like, think of like, I don't know, like
Harry Potter characters.
Do like Harry Potter Hawaiian theme. I don't know.
Avengers.
Nike tags.
I mean,
I think some people have actually
Nike
done
tags.
that. Like they do like drinks and then they do the theme is also the clothes like everyone wears. That's cool.
I've never been to a bucket up party, so I don't even know what that's like. It's so new, you know.
well, it's just like
Bro,
it's something.
it's just a party.
It's a kickoff. It's a
The
kickoff.
bucker aspect is there's a caterer somewhere making it or an uncle
Okay, yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
making it, but that's not what the night's about. It's about you getting drunk.
yeah,
That's what it
With your
is.
boy.
it's a lot of drinking, man. Like,
Basically,
I don't know if we need that many
Yeah.
drinking events, you know.
oh man, brutal.
No, but like you know what? At the end of the day, getting family together. That's what we were talking about. Is like
Yeah.
when you go to like a white wedding, it's done in one day. You're kind of just like left like wanting so much more. Party ends at like 11 p.m., maybe midnight if you're
Yeah.
lucky. Everyone kind of goes home. That's it. And it's like, wow, that was crazy. When you do have a week-long wedding, you do like, you build so many more fond memories.
Yeah.
You get to connect with family. And
Yeah.
you know, with Indian weddings, like I know for a fact, whenever, my day comes, I know people are going to be flying from all over to come. And that's going to be,
the coolest
Hollywood.
I'm
Mr. Hollywood
like,
over here.
and like, I'm flying,
Drinks
I
coming
fly
out.
sometimes to different weddings. Obviously I've flown around too. Like we all do that. And if it was for one day, you're like, damn, like that's
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
what it
Yeah,
is,
for
right?
That's
one
very
day, a
true.
lot of people probably wouldn't.
so
Yeah.
I'm with the fact that, hey, like having multiple of these things. Okay, here's the other one. What about the whole putting this whole thing
Mehndi?
on your skin?
Or
Yeah.
Haldi.
No, the
Or
haldi. Whatever
Haldi
it is
thing?
on your skin.
I
What is
mean,
it?
yeah, like I said, everything
Well,
served
that's
a
for
purpose.
No.
purity and to, like, kind of-
why was it? What was the purpose?
It was
to
like
whiten your skin.
It was to whiten your skin.
So, first of all, does it even work?
Probably not. Here's the
I
thing.
mean, I haven't done the science. I don't know the research.
You know
on
what
it.
it is?
I know what Haldi is.
I'm pretty sure
they put it on
Hindus
there.
do
They
it
put it
The
all
yellow,
over.
the yellow.
Okay, no,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
We
okay,
do
okay,
too.
okay.
You see, yeah, you guys do something similar.
So
Yeah.
fine, okay. If it's a skincare routine, or if it's supposed to make your body feel better, or you're supposed to feel better, you're supposed to look better,
You're supposed to have a glow
or
because of it.
Yeah, glow,
but then
yeah.
what do they do? Oh, hey guys, just
Not the
don't put-
face, not
don't
the
put it
face.
on my face, don't put it on my arms, just put it right here. Just grab 2 little things, like touch it here. Don't too close. To
Okay,
my-
would
Yeah,
you want it
That's
on your
too
face?
much,
I'm
bro.
not
I don't-
asking for the
if
face
I'm gonna
pause.
do it, I'm gonna
Okay.
be like,
I'm
yo,
doing it.
just
That
I'm
go
doing
sounds
ahead.
so
Yeah,
weird
I'm
out of
doing it.
context.
It's
It's
Haldi's
not
good
on
for
my
you,
face.
man.
Bro,
If
yeah,
somebody
it
put it on my
is.
face, I'm sure
It's a good thing.
It'll do something. What like I don't
A
want to
good thing.
break
But,
out.
But like, if you have,
maybe.
yeah, that's the thing. You don't want
You
to
wanna
break
break
out,
out, that's
or
the
like, what
thing.
if it fucks up your
Then
beard or
test
some
it
shit?
out first, and then
Yeah.
don't do the event. Don't do the event.
Okay, you're not supposed to do that. You're
This
not
is
supposed to
what
test
you
it
do.
out.
This is what you do.
There's no
You get-
rehearsals.
Yeah, man.
There's no rehearsals.
I want to
No,
look like
you
a
get-
leper,
here's
man.
what you
do.
Here's
I
what
wanna
you
be
do.
That
yellow,
one is a
dude.
tradition. It served a purpose.
Yeah.
People still do it for the photos right now.
This is what you do. You get a bowl. You put CeraVe in it. You mix a little bit of Haldi in there, and then you get people to put that
Why
on.
can't
you.
they just put a cleanser on you?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a cleanser on me.
Fuck it.
And
I'll
then
do
hose
that.
me down.
They're gonna be like, "What is this?"
That's hilarious. They put a fucking cleanser.
Why is it?
Why is it like gray and white?
Just
Oh,
food
make sure
coloring
you
it.
exfoliate, rub extra
Yeah,
hard to
yeah,
exfoliate
yeah.
for
Are you
me.
sure it's from a bottle?
Yeah, that's hilarious. A face scrub, right? Just fucking food coloring. Oh man.
Oh yeah, imagine making it the color of haldi though, adding
Yeah.
the food coloring.
Yeah.
I'll be smart.
Well, you don't even need food coloring. Just put a little bit of haldi. Haldi's the best.
That's
No,
what
but
I'm
they
about
don't
to
know
say.
what the texture. It's like
Yeah,
not
yeah,
sticking,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
They'll be like,
yeah.
yo, what is this?
Yeah, like there's
I'm down for all that
some
shit,
of these.
man.
Yeah, like it all depends what you want to do. It's all cool. Do it. You do whatever you want to do at your
I
wedding.
think it's cool though. Like there was like a functional thing,
Yeah.
and that turned into a tradition. Sometimes we don't know what that thing was.
Yeah.
But like thinking back at it, like why did that start is always
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Like there's always these like myths or like superstitions in Punjabi Desi culture of like
So many.
right, like don't cut your nails at night or like don't like there's like cut
Don't
your-
like sneeze and walk out or
Yeah,
something
so
like
Wait,
that.
for
sneezes-
weddings or in general?
No, just
in general, in
just
life.
superstitions,
Oh God,
right?
I cut my
If-
nails at night.
if
Maybe
I-
that's why my life sucks.
if I was like
I'm actually the first time I've heard the nails thing.
nails or hair, I don't know what it was, but like there's so many.
Don't
of these
cut your
things.
nails.
Like if I was about to leave right now and Kyle sneezes, I'm gonna wait 5 minutes.
Or
'cause it's
someone
bad.
calls
you do,
your
you do.
name or something like that, and you're leaving. You can't leave.
You do
now.
you do that.
No,
Yeah,
but
man, it's just ingrained in me. Like
So
you
if I
actually
don't
do
want
that.
you to leave,
the sneeze thing.
yeah.
Yeah, man, because like I've heard stories where it's like, oh, that thing happened to that person because someone's.
I get it. No, but
Opening an umbrella
somebody's
indoors
thinking
is
our-
also
thinking
one
our-
I
of
don't
those like
open
that.
umbrellas indoors.
I
That's
have like once or twice.
No,
Like,
I
just-
try not to
just
do
to get
that.
it
But the
prepared as
umbrella
well.
thing, that's not even just an Indian thing. It's in Chinese culture as well.
But
like-
what is maybe that's why I'm fucked, right? Maybe that's why I got like trees falling on my car.
No, like I don't know. I guess I didn't. It depends how you grow up. Depends on all this stuff, right? Like I think I don't really have a lot of those types of superstitions, but like the only one that my mom drilled into me was when you walk over something. Like if someone's like
Yeah.
has their legs
Yeah,
out and you
yeah,
walk
yeah.
over them.
they're gonna
To
be
walk
short.
over back,
Well,
right?
my mom never told me what would happen. Mom was like, just never do that.
The
never.
only
do
one,
that.
yeah,
the
that
only one
person's
I
gonna be
believe
short.
in is don't step on money or don't throw money and like oddai, like just
Yeah,
don't throw
yeah.
it. It's not good luck.
That's just disrespectful.
Like throwing money on the ground or something. It's just
I think they're hinting
disrespect.
at strip clubs then.
Maybe that was it.
Don't-
I
don't
didn't
go
even
to strip
think of
clubs.
that till now. Right when I said throwing money, I'm like,
Yeah,
wait
yeah,
a
yeah, don't
second.
throw-
Well, aren't they throwing money at the weddings too and the dance floor?
Yeah,
and stuff?
no. Okay, that's another thing. When you're making it rain on a girl, bro, it looks kind of weird. I don't care how you know her. It's always rubbed me the wrong way seeing that.
You have
Them
like an
throwing
older-
money and going like this. Like, bro, what are you doing?
You just
It
have like an
looks
older
off.
uncle doing it.
Like,
It
if
is
you,
weird.
Genuinely, if you saw that, what was your
I've
first?
been to strip clubs. I've seen that, and I'm just.
I'm saying at a hall party, at a
parallel.
At a hall party?
reception. Like,
Oh.
like an uncle goes up as the girls are performing, whatever, and he goes like this and starts going like this. Does that look normal to you?
It's cool if they got the little gun though, or whatever. If they got the little gun
Well,
with the.
but
with
But
the
why you
prints
don't?
out.
Yeah, like so that's
That's
like
crazy.
It's a
you're-
bit degraded.
that's
It
kinda-
looks degraded.
Yeah.
It's I mean, in
Power
America,
move.
you got the
So-
$1 bills though. It feels a little bit more.
You have to chuck loonies here.
Yeah.
So like, have they? You know what? For women, they made the Gurdwara primary Gurdwara in India, I guess, makes the rules for like girls how they're not allowed to wear
Ducks.
2 pieces now, right? I'm asking, did they change anything for guys?
No, I don't. Oh,
Can't wear suits.
You can't wear suits, man.
No, I think
They said no
no,
destination weddings.
chill out with the fucking weapons and shit. Not like the Kripan's okay, I think, but like the AKs and shit and the cowboy hat got up there. They're like no.
They said that.
And destination weddings, they want to stop that shit.
Are you on the email list?
Oh, yeah, they're
no,
against-
but I saw this
No,
online.
no,
where it
no.
was a huge
I don't
thing.
think you can't get
You
a
still-
real
no, you
grunty to.
you
You
can.
can
You can.
under
I
the
don't know.
under the
You can.
table.
No, you can.
I don't know how these
Bro,
things
people
work.
are having destination weddings that I know.
But like
It's
they
happening.
can't really
No,
enforce it, you know?
But
like,
then, like at that point, does it? Do you need it to be someone that looks like a grunty then?
No,
That
bro,
is
it's a
like-
real certified. Like I don't know what the certification.
No, but like
is.
how
You know.
the
you
certificate.
can't really. How would I know? But
How-
like, how could you?
You said you've been to a bunch of them.
This was
what?
before.
One.
This was. He probably went before all
okay,
that
okay,
shit
okay.
happened because the argument happened that the Maharaji bead was not treated properly.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
put in a
yeah.
bag. It was like it shouldn't be on a place where
The
people are
what? Sorry.
like the
Oh, the
Guru
book.
Granth
The Guru
Sahib,
Granth
man.
Sahib.
If you don't understand,
Yeah.
Jesus, you went to enough weddings, man. Come on,
You gotta get
Okay.
psychedelics back.
Yeah,
on
you
there,
need to
man.
bring them back to school. You.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like on the beach thing. You don't know
Yeah.
how it's been defaced before. You don't know what's happened there. Bars are very close by. It's not really a gurdwara where it's like a protected sacred
Yeah.
space, I guess you can say. So that's why they're saying like they shouldn't be allowed there. When people go there, they dress up a lot more revealing, supposed to in a gurdwara. And even they had an issue with how women were dressing with lenge that were low cut. They had an issue with that as well.
I mean, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, not
That
really
makes
our
sense
place.
to me
Not
too,
really
that's
our
fair.
place to
But
really
yeah,
judge that.
I
I
don't
guess
wear
as guys.
lenge, so I don't
Yeah.
But
know.
that's why I asked if there's guys. What other traditions are there in Indian weddings that are kind of we haven't mentioned yet?
I mean, there's like stealing the shoes.
The shoes.
Does it
yeah,
happen?
Okay, we talked about that one.
Yeah, that happens.
That one is what's the purpose of that? What purpose is that?
I don't know. I
serve?
think it's just like another fun
just
thing.
a fun
I don't
game,
know.
bro.
There's like so many.
Do you
of
think
those.
that they did that at your
I
parents'
think
wedding?
I think you give them money if they.
Yeah.
keep
Yeah,
the
but do you think
shoes
that
or
do you think that
something,
your
yeah.
parents wedding
That
had
probably didn't happen at my parents. No.
Do you think that happened at any of our previous parents before
Happened.
Canada?
Oh, we should probably ask.
You're
them.
very traditional, huh?
Absolutely.
You're purist.
Pure.
Not-
No.
What about 500 years ago when there wasn't even Sikhi? You know,
What if
600?
before there's
Then
weddings?
what?
Then what?
Yeah, let's go way back.
Yeah, man.
Then
Would
don't
you do
get
that?
married.
You guys were doing Hindu weddings. That's what it was.
Exactly. That is true.
Oh, Kyle, it's your turn, baby. You're up.
There you go.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Yeah, let me go back. Let me go back to freaking the old or
Go to
the
Stone
earliest
Ages.
humans.
Go to Stone
No,
Ages.
I'll go to the Egyptians.
Yeah.
I'll do what they did.
You
What
have
do
to
they
actually
do?
carve your own ring out. How about
Yeah.
that?
And
wanna
your
do
tomb.
that?
Tomb.
Yeah, in a
Yeah,
tomb.
yeah.
Yep.
But no, man, weddings, you could go down that rabbit hole. There's so many things.
I can't wait to get married. I can't wait to do like a full Hindu thing, you know?
Dude,
Well,
you're marrying a
half and half,
Punjabi
but I'm gonna
girl.
be-
You're
I'm
marrying a Punjabi girl.
I'm gonna turn it, but you know, a little mix, you know, bring India together. That's what our
Have
weddings
you guys
do.
talked about it? Have you guys talked about how you want to do the wedding?
Nah, she can do whatever she wants, but I'll just Hindufy it every now and then, you know, boom, bam.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wear a pug turban?
I guess I got it right. Like I don't know, do I have to?
If
I
you go to a
mean,
Gurdwara, you have to.
Don't they wear one?
Yeah, we like
For
that's what
Hindu-
somebody
no, for
told me.
Hindu-
no,
for
that's
Hindu's
a
weddings, they
specific
wear-
type of.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like a
culture.
It's like
It's
the
like
one that's like pre-made. You don't
Yeah.
really wrap it. Yeah, yeah.
Sick.
They do wear one.
There
yeah.
you go.
So
You
he's
should,
wearing
you
one.
should tie
sick.
one. You could still tie one and do a Hindu wedding. I don't see why that would be a problem.
We'll see
No,
what
I'm
happens.
No,
asking-
they wear one for Hindu
You
weddings.
don't
is what I'm
have to
saying.
though. You don't
No,
have
or
to.
do they
for
take it
Hindu.
off? I've seen them wearing it on the
Yeah,
horses
no,
and
they
stuff.
do wear something on their head.
Yeah, they do.
a
It's
little
like one of
different.
those like rod. I don't know what they're
Rod-
called.
yeah,
but,
it's
like you just
yeah,
place
it's
them on.
like
They're not
hanging
tied.
off, yeah.
Yeah,
How do you guys feel about the party bus after the Gurdwara?
I like it. That's a vibe.
I mean, as long as you're not
This is a
drinking
tough
on
one.
Dude, but
Gurdwara
think about
property.
Because
Memories.
everyone here is gonna
This
do
is
it.
tough. I've already done it.
Well, we've all done it, but for your own wedding, you're gonna do it.
So this is the thing. I do have an issue when if it's in the direct lot and like there's like booze and you're hopping right in it.
So
and,
the
like,
sidewalk.
and like the whole issue. Yeah,
Public
but
property?
the sidewalk doesn't make. This is what I'm saying. Like the sidewalk doesn't make a difference either. I just think the whole concept is crazy because like let's just get off the property and crack them open like right away, right? Like oh okay, we're
Yeah,
clear.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
okay, like that's kind of like that is a bit odd.
yeah.
But I'm a hypocrite because I've been in that
Yeah,
position and
yeah.
done the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But it's a bit iffy,
It,
man.
it is a bit odd, but
It
at
is a
least
bit
it's
iffy.
definitive. You know, like we're off the property. Boom.
But like,
Yeah.
okay, this is the thing. Like, it just looks funny. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm all
yeah.
religious right now. Like,
I'm wearing
oh,
a pug. I got the kirpan. I got all this stuff,
yeah.
and I'm
hold on a
drinking.
sec. I just crossed an imaginary line. You open it up.
Do
and
people
drink.
do they throw it off after? Like
No,
right
no,
when
no, no.
cross-
They
oh,
keep it
oh,
on.
sorry,
I'll say
my bad.
that. But I'll say like, it's like it becomes performative, like religion at that point. To me, like,
And that's
right?
where, yeah, that's
Like,
where,
That's
I
where
feel
that's
like-
where people like have the problem with it, and I understand, right? Like it should be a spiritual day.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just end there when you leave the parking lot. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Like I feel like
Um,
you were kind of coming up with that argument as well when you said everyone comes dressed up like a certain way when they come to a gurdwara, and then like in the parking lot they turn into like, oh hey, I'm at a club all of a sudden, right? And I'm blasting like Gucci Mane, probably pulling.
yeah.
Whereas,
Whereas,
yeah.
you know what? If I come in with a suit, and I don't even drink much, it's not even like I'm trying to party like that. Maybe at my wedding, you know, well, I don't know. But if I walk in with a pug turban and I'm wearing a suit and I don't have all this extravagant stuff on, like it's a little bit less like me pretending a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And like people will judge every day. You know how many people judge Raj from Psychedelics who was on our podcast? How many people judge him? Oh, why do you wear all that? And some of the comments, why are you wearing all that if Sikh to you is not a religion? And even I asked him that just to understand his perspective.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, hey, well, why have you done this type of psychedelic, or why have you done this? That's ridiculous. Alcohol, which arguably is the worst,
It's the number
out
one
of-
worst drug. Yeah.
it is the only one that you can actually die from with withdrawals alone.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Well,
like if
heroin
you,
too.
no, you can't die from withdrawals from it.
I mean,
You
it's
can
a literal
yeah.
poison. It's just like a diluted
I mean,
poison.
you can die like if there's a lot of health issues, sure, but statistically with alcohol,
Alcohol, yeah.
like if you go into a hospital and you tell them, hey, I'm an alcoholic, I drink every day, and today I'm stopping to drink, they have to admit you to the hospital because if they send you home, you can die. And any other type of drug that you do, they might do some tests on you, but they'll be like, yeah, you're fine. You just got to deal with the
Yeah,
pain.
yeah.
Or they might give you some meds and kick you out. But for alcohol, it's
Yeah,
the worst.
the most
So-
deaths by any drug
yeah.
is alcohol by a crazy margin too.
Yeah.
And what I like about like the Gen Z and like the younger generation, they're not drinking that
Yeah.
much, and I think that's a good thing.
That's why a lot of bars and clubs are shutting down.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
what
vaping.
Vegas is struggling.
they're
Did you hear
vaping.
about
Vegas is
Vegas is doing that
Well-
1-to-1 like
Well,
Canadian.
there's also two reasons. There's another reason too.
A
The
couple
economy's
hotels.
pretty
Yeah.
fucking bad too. but
economy's,
also,
but there's
yeah.
many factors. But
Yeah.
like I always understood it as like younger people aren't going to Vegas because they
That
don't
is-
drink as much.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
liquor
but-
sales in general. I remember
Yeah.
what was the thing after COVID. It was like they've been going down drastically because the new generation just doesn't.
Don't
care
give
to
them too
drink.
much credit. They're all vaping now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give
They're
them
all
all too much
smoking
credit.
weed. They're all smoking
Well, at least in
Benjamins.
the alcohol,
Yeah,
give 'em
smoking weed
credit.
is
Yeah.
different than smoking the pen.
Oh, here comes the defense.
No, smoking weed is different than
Defense
smoking a pen.
minister.
Smoking a weed
The
pen even.
weed pen.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
So
I
smoking a
completely agree with
cigarette
that.
is
I just
different than
think-
smoking vape.
Yeah, I think with the
I would say if you're gonna smoke,
accessibility
yeah,
aspect.
so just smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
more
yeah,
natural.
yeah.
Over
agree.
vaping, over
This
vaping.
guy's
Yeah.
he's working for big cigarette
No,
companies.
no,
right
no,
now.
no,
He's
no,
working
no.
for Marlboro.
They're all owned by the same, right? At the end of the day.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, what I'm saying is it's good that they're not drinking alcohol. Nicotine is also one of the most worst, most
Yeah.
addictive substances that are out there that are mainstream, right? You watch freaking a Canucks game and you see them, hi, I take Zonic and it helped me quit.
Yeah.
My wife believes I can do anything now. Dude, it's they doesn't even say that guy's
They're
a paid
still
actor.
taking nicotine.
It doesn't
in
even
It's
say that
still
guy's a paid actor. It's a
nicotine
real
in it.
guy. You know, he said that it helped him quit.
Yeah,
which
sure.
That's
maybe quit.
I mean,
maybe
nicotine's
that's
kind of like
Actually, I
caffeine
haven't looked
in
at
a
the
way,
fine print.
right?
But it's like you went from nicotine to nicotine. So did you quit, bro? Like, not
Well,
really.
I think
you
that
quit the
they're-
smoking aspect.
And then they're like, this is only to be used by those trying to quit. Like,
So
like,
nicotine in it on its own isn't gonna kill you. It's what gets you addicted.
Yeah.
And then all the other shit that you smoke on top of is
Yeah.
what kills
well,
you.
well, apparently nicotine has some benefits
It
to
does,
your
yeah.
cognitive function and all this bullshit that
It
people
does.
say. And I'm sure there is a certain level of that.
nicotine
then-
traces in potato. Fun fact.
Yeah, but then like the amount that you do it when you're vaping and you
Yeah.
can't even feel it anymore, it's gone.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
yeah.
something obviously, just saying Gen Z, they may not be drinking as much. But back to the point, the whole drinking thing, whatever, we all do it. It's all part of it, but it's just a little bit ironic. And if you look at it objectively, if you look at it from the outside, you're not a Punjabi person. You hear all these things about at the temple, at the Gurdwara, it's this. When you wear, what does the kirpan represent? What does your outfit represent? What is all this? And then what you're doing right afterwards, it's objectively strange.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sitting here, we live in Canada. We agree that all these things, we're going to change things up. We're going to do things how we want to do them. So who are we to judge each other for it? Hey, do as you want. We're all going to end up doing it. But it is, if you're going to be super hardcore about certain things,
Yeah.
then you got to look at yourself and go, okay, well, where's the line? Like you said, what is the
Yeah.
line?
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good point. I don't know. I feel like it'll be interesting to see how things look like in 10, 15 years, right? Like how we're looking back at like 10 years ago, what weddings were like.
Yeah.
What are we going to be like doing 10 years from now? And what are they going to be saying about today, you know?
Mhm.
This
That's
ho-
always something that I'm thinking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. And like, it's easy for us to sit here and say, oh, it was better when we were younger or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to really look at history and the rituals behind
Yeah.
everything and understand it and then make an
Yeah,
informed
yeah.
decision. But I think with the way that, who knows what the future of that stuff is going to be, man. It's
Yeah,
going to be
man.
weird.
I think it'll be similar, but it'll be more like
Me too.
maybe AI forward or tech, or like when you do like
How?
when you do
You're gonna
what-
marry
no,
AI.
No,
some people are gonna marry.
I mean,
AI
that's gonna be a
robot.
thing,
Thinking of
right?
the
Like,
fucking goddamn word.
How-
Oh, what is it? When you give Shogun, right? When you give Shogun,
Oh,
people
yeah,
are starting
digital?
to introduce digital card readers.
I mean,
That
that's,
shit.
They should do that.
I mean, honestly,
They
should do
are.
that.
They
Like,
have done that. in
They should have
places.
credit card systems at the
No, but
Gurdwara when you
that's-
must have
that
drink, man.
too.
Like a little $5 tap machine.
Yeah,
thingy.
like
And then it should show on the screen how much you donated, like a live stream.
Oh,
like
God.
a
Yeah,
super
but
chat,
like,
a super
A
chat,
leaderboard.
super
A
chat.
leaderboard.
Yo, but,
Oh,
but
God.
listen, yo, but
Bro,
listen,
people-
Yo, Harmo,
Yo, but
bro,
have you
you're
been to
you're pretty
the
slack on
Gurdwara
the
where they
donations.
like where you give a donation at the front and then they announce it. Like
What?
No, they do that at Gurdwara sometime, don't they?
No, this is like the
Bro.
super chat. This is super chat.
No, I've
All
seen
right,
it.
we got another super chat here. Harmo
They'll be like,
Chima.
I don't know what you call it, and I've seen it in a few Gurdwara.
Thank you for the
it's
10
like,
gifted subs.
it's like
Ramo.
so-and-so family,
That puts you
$20.
into 35th of the Gurdwara leaderboard.
I'm just saying it's already a thing. I've
That's
seen it.
crazy, bro.
So like having a screen, like you tap $10.
That's insane.
I mean, that's yeah.
Okay, so is there any type of Sikhi art that you super like? We're changing topics now because we talked about weddings for so long.
Yeah, we talk about weddings a lot.
But like, is there any type of like art piece that like really stands out for you? I can think of one that really stands out for me. I'll answer after.
yeah.
But it's kind of a half joke, but that I have that in my mind. But like, what's a art Punjabi type of like art piece that you really like
Well,
that you've looked at maybe from other artists that you're like, man, that really is one beautiful piece.
I mean, like, there's a lot of like Sikh art. I feel like a lot of the art that you see growing up, that if there is any Punjabi art, is gonna be about Sikhi, right?
Yes, the gurus. The gurus.
I have two, like, one thing that I have about like Sikh art is a lot of it was created by like one artist, like Shobha Singh. I don't know if you know who he is, but like he's created what, if you imagine Guru Nanak or Guru Gobind Singh, you're probably picturing what he painted.
Yes.
And a lot of like, I feel like he made them look very like white in a way, you know?
Huh.
Yeah, look at them. They look
Guru
white.
Nanak Dev Ji for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I would say like the features.
I mean, they're great
right?
paintings, but that was always my like critique. I'm like, it doesn't really look like the people that I'm around, right? Like, he was Punjabi, brown. He should look a little brown. I get that he's like divine, you know, but like,
And like it is considered a bad thing to actually show what they're actually like. So maybe that's
that
what I
too. But
guess.
it's like, I guess at the time, you know, like it was fine. But like, if you look at it from today's lens, you could see why
He
that
was
could
darker
be.
than that. Like is what
Yeah,
we're trying to say. We know
yeah,
he was
more
darker
pigmentation.
skin.
Everyone did that.
No,
at the
yeah,
time.
he was
But I
definitely
mean, like,
darker than
but
those photos.
at the same time, like, I know a lot of like Punjabi Sikhs that are like, they look pretty like white, you know,
Yeah.
like, so I can't maybe critique it that much. That's my like sort of critique of that. But my favorite painting, I forget the artist. I always forget. He painted a picture of Guru Nanak, but it's like only of his like legs jumping over mountains. Not jumping over. He's like walking over like the Himalayas or some sort of mountain. So all you see is like his like sandals, 1 foot behind the mountain, one ahead of it. And I thought that was like a good depiction of Guru Nanak because it shows like how far he traveled, how much of an impact he had, how big he was than he actually was. And like the humility too. Like you don't see like any ornamentation. You see he was wearing simple sandals. And I thought that was like the perfect sort of representation of Guru Nanak. Even though you don't see his face, you only see him like walking over mountains. And you should put that.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah.
I love that, bro.
I want that.
No,
That's actually very perfect.
I really have been waiting for the right piece of artwork that embodies something that resonates with me with Sikh history to put in my house. For now, we stuck with the Golden Gate Bridge.
Lots of sick history there.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's really
no,
what's
not
really,
just one piece, but yeah.
San Francisco is like part of like the Sikh history. Like
What?
the Gaddar movement started in San Francisco.
What's that?
What's that?
That was like Punjabi Sikhs that wanted independence from England and from Britain.
Oh wow.
It started in like early 1900s. The Gaddar
Oh.
movement started
Damn.
in
I didn't
the
know
Bay.
that.
Wow.
Yeah. You should look that up. There's like a tour that I have two friends that do a tour in Berkeley, and they show you like places of significance of South Asian history. It's really cool.
That's dope, man. I didn't
That's
do that.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful. When I asked you the question, I said Punjabi art. You said, hey, the reality is most of the art that we see growing up was based on Sikhi and like gurus, right? And
Mhm.
like stories about our hair, like deep stories, right? One of my favorite art pieces that I've ever seen that was Punjabi related was your Parle-G Cookie. I think it's iconic. You want to describe it?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like
have you seen it?
I mean, it's,
Maybe,
what is
maybe.
this?
I made so I created like
Parle-G
not even
Cookie.
life size. I like literally took a Parle-G cookie, modeled it in 3D, made it like probably like 50 times bigger.
This big.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's massive. It's made
Love
out of
Parle-G.
And it's
plaster.
made of plaster. It's
goated.
heavy.
Made one out of plaster, one out
And
of
it's like
concrete.
got the-
Did you
it's-
have it like just sitting in your room somewhere?
yeah,
multiple,
Sick.
multiple,
I have
right?
multiple. Yeah, one out of plaster, one out of concrete, one was out of
Yeah,
resin.
the concrete one is the one I lifted. It
Parley,
was
it's
heavy.
the
It's
biscuit,
heavy.
like the
The Parle-G
biscuit with the
biscuit.
girl in
Yeah,
the front.
bro, iconic.
Yeah,
That
you know what's funny? You
fucking
bring
kid.
that up.
Yeah.
Like this.
You know what's funny? You bring that up. That the factory in India, the OG one, is closing down like this year or something.
Oh, what?
And it's been around for like 100 years.
Why is it closing down?
I don't know, man. Like wear
No
and
more
tear.
Parle-G
Like, I don't know.
kids, bro.
They're
That's
not-
what the fuck it is. It's like Toys R Us, bro. No more
I
Toys
never
R Us
even ate
kids.
those cookies much, to be
Those
honest.
cookies are great. I
Bro,
still
are
love
you
this cookie,
kidding
man.
me?
I've had a couple too.
You know,
They're simple.
sometimes,
No,
Rod,
they're
I think you're an
good.
imposter, man. You're not brown at
Yeah,
all.
bro.
No,
What is
bro.
this?
That's
You grew up in
coming out
Portland.
right now,
man.
dude.
You're like-
Come on, bro.
You're like, I ain't gonna wear. I ain't wearing a Sherwani to my
Yeah.
wedding. I'm wearing a suit.
I never wrote a Parle-G
No,
Cookie
I like.
fan.
I don't mind Parle-G. I just didn't drink cha much, right? And it's really nice with cha. Like it's the best with cha.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, it's good with anything, bro. It's good with milk
man.
too.
Have you had butter
I
chicken
guess.
before?
There are these.
100% yes. That's mainstream.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
mainstream.
No, but that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite, like funny kind of like play on like Punjabi culture as a kid that grew up. I've seen a lot of your
That's
art.
probably more
and I
South
looked at
Asian,
it-
like Indian culture.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
But I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, like, or yeah, Indian culture in
Yeah,
general.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like, wow, who would ever make this into an art piece? Jessie Sohpaul, and make it so like it's big, it's like massive, it's in your face, and like the texture of it, it's a real Parle-G cookie.
That should be in their headquarters. If this,
Yeah, I mean,
I thought
They-
you were gonna say that they called you up.
They
after you
they
said that.
did like post my they like posted on their official account.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Which
That's
I thought was
fucking
Did,
sick.
I-
did they
I mean,
tag
I was
you or
like-
anything? Collab?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. They were like, oh, like I forgot what the caption was. Like, what is like nostalgia for Jessie Sohpaul? It's this, and I was like, oh damn, they posted it. It's wild.
They didn't even ask you for it. They just did. How'd they
I
find
mean,
it?
I made like a.
sent it to them?
I made like a reel, and then they found it somehow, and then they just posted it. I guess.
Like the real.
Yeah, or they made their own. I don't remember. I can find it though. It's like still on Instagram. But I thought that was cool. Like full circle. A part of me was like, oh, they're gonna be like, yo, why are you like making art? But they were like super chill about it. So hats off to them, man. They
They
were.
weren't saying you
what's-
cease and desist.
Yeah.
letter.
Have you ever?
Nice.
What's like the most hate or criticism that was like pretty harsh that you've ever received? Is there any time that comes to mind where, and you can either share what art it was too if you feel comfortable and
Yeah.
what the situation was. But I'd be curious because you do mention you do have to have thick skin. You do have to, being in this business, you have to be okay with criticism.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, I think criticism is healthy, right? Like,
But like
especially-
somebody that took it maybe to the
I mean,
extreme.
I-
Have you have that happen?
I feel like I have a pretty thick skin, so if it was harsh, I might have not have seen it as harsh.
Okay.
But like I told you, I was on DeviantArt as a 12, 13-year-old. There were people criticizing my art then in the comments. That shit would ruin your self-esteem.
Okay. Online is different.
No, but
I
like
guess.
imagine if you're 12, 13. Social media is not even around. That was just like the first on you posting it. You're like a happy.
What were people saying?
I mean, it was just like, oh, that's not looking like the reference, or like that. It's not the style.
Were these
that-
like nerdy art people then that were on
this
the
is
site?
purely this is purely art.
Because it wouldn't have
website.
been some random person like on
No.
Instagram. You get anybody.
Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
artist people that are
They're
snobby.
not just saying it's like bad or like it's shit, which you kind of ignore, but they were literally like pointing out
Nitpicking.
why. And
Kinda like
the
a
worst part
brushstroke
is
in that corner.
the worst part is you would agree with someone who's like, oh god damn, he was right. Like, but I was like 12, 13, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but like I guess at an early age you see that and it's like, well, nothing's gonna bother me after this, really.
But did anyone know that you were that old when you were?
I mean,
posting that
everyone
stuff?
at that time on that website was probably like a teenager, so
Okay.
people were
What a
pretty
bunch
young.
of
man.
haters. The
Yeah, yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
That's normal. It's not.
Yeah,
Because
that
it was
is
normal at the
normal.
time. Like, I don't know. Like, I remember I was like, I referenced impressionist painting. Impressionism is like a style that came out of France, or I guess like, yeah, a lot of Parisian artists. And then I was like, oh, I referenced this for this painting, and this guy went off on why it wasn't referencing it, and like why it was like the opposite of it.
And it's disrespectful, probably, or it's.
And
this or
I don't
that.
know what he said. I was just
Yeah.
like, part of me was like, oh man, this sucks. But then looking back at it, I'm like, you know what? It was right. You know.
Any words of advice for future generation of
wow.
artists?
Anything inspiring you want to give?
Yeah. Yeah. For somebody that's
This
struggling with
guy.
like chasing their dreams,
If
can you
anyone,
just,
like,
can you
struggling
just
with
let me know
inspiration,
how
what would
I
you
get to the next step.
Yeah.
I always say consistency is gonna be your biggest asset. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's always gonna lead to something great. Don't stop ever. If you stop, make a small pit stop, but don't actually stop.
I saw something today that kind of like attests to what you just said. Somebody said momentum forgives, bad strategy. I don't know what that really means, but
No,
I think
momentum,
it leads into
keep
consistency.
moving.
Like
Yeah.
keep it going, even if you
I guess.
even if you're gonna take some L's here.
Yeah, I mean, like you can't
just-
always be running. You're gonna walk, you're gonna pause, but you're still gonna just keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward, keep pushing. Try not to take like 8-month breaks. If you're really taking this stuff seriously as an quote unquote artist or a podcast, whatever, right? Like I kind of like use this model all the time because I'm with the whole consistency thing. I'm like, yo, like a doctor can't take 4 months off. You know, he can't just like not go to work when he doesn't feel like going to work. But I know work's a strong statement because we're talking about art and all this gooey shit. But it's like, yo, if you're really about this life, sometimes it's not about It's not always about posting, but it's like, yo, finish that painting. You said you're gonna like write the next line to your book.
You got to treat it like a full-time job.
Yeah, that type of consistency is nice. And I think people get confused with the whole like, if art and like technology and entertainment's like post. I always tell people, if you have a problem posting, okay, cool, I get it. One day you're gonna get over that. But when the days you're not posting, you better be making. You better be creating.
Posting is just one aspect of it. The main thing is got to be making, right? Like I think that's the biggest thing.
You got to make it to make it.
Oh,
bars.
That was inspiring.
That was bars. I'm inspired.
That was great. That's done, dude.
You gotta make it to make it.
Holy shit.
That was good.
You're an artist, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's what that
now let me
is,
hit you guys
bro.
with a poem. Just kidding.
Put that on a t-shirt.
No, that's a good one, bro.
Yeah, that's a
Maybe
sick
I'll put
one,
that
bro.
as my fucking bio on my Instagram.
How to be an
You gotta
artist.
make it to make
Yeah,
it.
write that on the inside of your
Holy, that's good.
Oh shit!
Yeah, make
it
That's
to
a
make it.
suit.
suit. No, man, the suit thing is just.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Holy
it.
fuck!
Who said you guys are invited? I'm gonna do a small wedding.
What are you talking about? You
I'm
think
gonna
we
get.
can't,
What
you think we can't find out?
what about elopement?
I agree with it for price wise.
Can you get eloped at London Drugs?
I mean,
No, one's gonna
okay.
come to
Like
court
that-
marriage.
what
Court
does
marriage.
elopement
Yeah.
even mean?
I
Like
thought
in
you
my
filled
head,
out
it's
a
like
form or
running
something.
away without.
No, but you can you do a Punjabi elopement? Like just do it yourself at a gurdwara, right?
You know what I want to see?
Court marriage. Court marriages are similar.
No, but how do you do it if you're trying to do it Sikhi way? Is it
There
possible
probably
to
is a
Sikhi
way. There
elopement?
probably is a way.
Here's my dream Punjabi Sikh wedding.
Suit.
Instead of doing it, no.
What'd you say?
Suit. I want to wear a Nike Tech, man.
Yeah.
Tech fleece. Fuck,
fleece.
I'll go hard.
No.
Oh, yo, imagine dripping like that. That'd be nuts.
That'll be go. I'll go hard.
Adidas with the freaking
with an
okay.
AK.
Or
No,
the kappa,
but-
kappa. I'll wear kappa.
But you're fucked.
That would be crazy.
Remember
No, but
Kappa, bro?
imagine a wedding at night, candle lit. Why are weddings done at night? I think that'd be like.
Well, I mean,
so,
candlelight's a fire hazard, right? So
Okay, but
maybe-
like, listen, you could do
With
it.
alcohol involved.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but imagine.
They want to drink. People want to drink at
Mazel
night.
tovs.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
wanna
But
drink at night.
imagine like well lit. You don't see
And the
that.
reception during the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, that'd be beautiful.
Oh, this guy's onto something.
Reception
yo.
during the day, so no one drinks.
This is right lunchtime reception, bro.
We flip it. We flip the
No
script.
one will show up to that.
Mimosas only, bro.
No, people will show up to that. People will be party. They'll be like, okay, so the party still goes till
honestly,
2
that
a.m.
would kind of be a vibe, yo.
At
Wedding
night?
at night would go pretty
Yeah,
hard.
man, it'd be
Different kind of
interesting.
style of clothing too.
Maybe it'd be
a
more.
suit.
That's what I'm on. That's what I want to do. I mean, it's gonna be a vibe.
No, but isn't the whole thing you're supposed to get married before?
12. That's another thing. That's another superstition.
know,
actually,
but-
That is one.
It's
Oh,
like,
12
why
midnight.
though?
12 midnight. Let's
Yeah.
No,
bend
but
the
what,
rules.
okay, is that actually a real Punjabi rule?
Yeah, it's not a rule, but
I
it's
don't
not
know,
a
it's a
I've
real
heard
good
it's a
luck,
thing.
good luck thing?
I've heard it's a thing. Like,
heard from who?
Is it just to get people to hurry up and do it, or is it actually a
I
thing?
also think
I don't believe it.
I think the
Listen,
Gurdwara were
listen.
like, chalo shitti karo.
Listen,
Technically, it's
Appo-
always going to be before
I'm gonna
12.
base it off of like what time it's in India. You know, that's what. So if it's nighttime here, day there, we good.
Time is relative anyways, bro.
That's what I'm
What
saying.
time is it on Mars?
It's a couple light years away, buddy.
No,
It's not like
No, it's
It
not.
is.
No,
Mars
it's
is not
not.
light years away,
it's
bro.
not light years away.
Well, actually, technically,
Oh, are you actually fucking with the space
It's not
man?
a light year away.
no. It's
like
it's a-
0.00 of a
yeah,
light year
yeah,
away.
yeah.
What does that even mean?
For light to
You're
hit
not
there
wrong, but
and
you're
us.
not right either.
Okay,
No, but light years. It's he's not wrong.
for
I guess.
light,
He's not
for
right
travel.
or wrong. Yeah.
that's a cool measurement.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, based on that, you're a light year away from me. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro.
It
Light
is,
years
it's
a certain amount of kilometers as well.
No,
bro.
when I turned on that light, it took a certain amount of light years to get to him.
Yes.
That's what you're. That's in defense of
But
your point.
what you're saying, you thought
That's
that
in defense of your
you
point.
thought it was
Mars.
at least one light year from here to
You said
Mars.
multiple
which is
light
not.
years.
Oh no, I'd say it's a few.
It's not though. It's not though.
Light years. It's a
Bro,
year.
Mars is Mars. You realize you have to cross a
Listen,
fucking
listen.
belt to get there?
No,
It's
but
not
it's not a
easy.
light year. It doesn't
Fuck,
take light
bro.
a year
How
to
far
get
is
to
the moon?
Mars. It's not a light year.
It's 200,000 kilometers away. That's how far
Okay,
it is.
he's wrong, bro.
Exactly, but light year. How fast does light travel then, by definition? How many
There's
kilometers per
a
second?
You know, Mars-
measurement of
Kilometers
it.
per second.
I'm
blah,
pretty
blah,
sure
blah.
Mars is 8 minutes away. Like it takes
Light.
light that long to get there.
8 minutes.
It takes.
Light.
it
That's
takes-
the moon, bro. You're thinking.
No,
You
it's
know what?
not. No, it's not.
Pull up your boy.
It might
yo.
be the
Pull up your
sun.
boy right
The s-
now.
no, he's wrong.
8 minutes is crazy.
No. It takes
bro.
it takes light.
8 minutes is the dead ass.
It takes the sun's light to get to Earth in 8 to 13 minutes. I'm
We're
pretty
cutting
sure.
all this.
Yeah, of course, man. It's gonna Harmo's gonna be embarrassed.
Okay,
You
hold
guys are
on.
smarter than
What's
me.
the question? What's the
I took
question?
AP Physics, man. Don't try me.
Ooh.
Okay, yo, what's the question?
How many years?
How many
away-
minutes? How many minutes?
How many light years away is Mars?
It
And how many
is-
minutes?
It's point something. And look at it. Look at that face.
Yeah, he knows.
No. But it's giving me like 5 different equations. It's
Okay.
5 different equations. Okay.
No, dude, I'm just saying it takes light.
On average,
8 minutes.
Wait.
it says. Just give me the calculation. Why is it giving me the math problem?
Here, hold
That's
on.
life, man.
Average
Anyway.
distance is 225 million kilometers. Okay, no, this isn't even making sense anymore. How is it farther?
Mars is not light years away.
What
It's
the
much
fuck are we
closer than
talking
that.
about,
Yeah,
man?
man.
That's what it says
Mars
too.
distance changes because both planets orbit the sun. Sure,
But
closest.
There's a wobble to it.
Oh,
They're-
it's still
they're never
50, it's still
perfectly-
56. So it's 0.0000006.
That's what I'm saying. You know why light years is confusing? You're basing distance
Based on
off
years.
of time.
Time on Earth, yeah.
Your time on Earth. That's why it's
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah. If somebody wanted to get art from you, or like do you sell your art or whatever, do you want to promote it?
Yeah, I mean, the best place to check out my art is probably my Instagram. It's just my name, Jessie Sohpaul.
Is it Jesse with an IE or just without the I?
IE, yeah.
And that's legal. Your legal name.
That is, yeah,
Well, that's not your legal name.
what it is.
What's your legal name? You don't have to
I
look
guess
at
it's
it.
way too much, man. It's not Jazz Deep. It's not Jazz Pre.
It's
It's,
Jessie.
it's just Jessie, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's
He did
art.
it.
That's art.
He
Word.
made it. His parents loved
That's
him.
art in motion.
Yeah,
This
man.
guy's
I almost
boring.
called my Instagram handle just Jessie, but I thought that was kind of lame. So,
That would be cool. That would go pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Just Jesse.
yeah.
Wow. Oh wow.
I actually don't think it was available. That's
should-
Yeah,
you
I was gonna say it wasn't
You
available.
should have done so, Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Buddy.
Buddy, that would have been crazy.
but anyways, no, cool. So your Instagram, if people want to reach out to you, yeah, thanks so much. It took us longer to wrap this up than it takes to get to Mars.
That's
to get to
crazy.
Mars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, no. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.